Welcome to the First Trust Home Loans Roof Connect streaming presentation of the West Memphis Blue Devils against your Sheridan Yellowjackets. We're going to send it to our coaches show to start it off.
Welcome. I'm Hamilton Mosley, and this is another episode of the Coach Kevin Kelly Show. Coach Kelly, let's get started.
What if I don't want to get started?
I don't know. It's your show.
It's yours too. All right, we're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I want you to be ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, then I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Okay. The first question I have is, what did we learn from the loss of the Lakeside? Rogers game.
That's a good question. What I learned was that as a coaching staff, we underestimated their quarterback. He was really good. You know who Kyler Murray is? Kyler Murray plays quarterback for the Cardinals in the NFL. Short, fast, all this. So Rogers has a really good player that's got like 32 big-time college offers. And we want to take him away, and our defense did a good job doing that. But then the quarterback ran all over. So we underestimated the guy. That's my fault. I also learned that our offense, that was the best defense that we played, and our offense had 401 yards in the first half. That's a good number to have for a game for most people. So we learned we can move the ball. When we're playing good football, we can move the ball on anybody. And I still fall back to this. Our defense was great and kept us in the game the first 2 weeks. And the third week, we needed our offense to keep us in the game, and we got a couple penalties, turned the ball over, or I think we would have had a chance there. But that all said, Rogers is going to probably win. I'm going to predict them to win a 7A. And so now we move back down into conference, and I think we're in a good situation. We played really hard teams, ready for conference ball.
Each week we'll be featuring an assistant coach, and this week's is Coach Cobb. What do you think about Coach Cobb?
His first name, you know his first name?
Coach Paul.
Do you know his first name? You think his first name's Coach? What's his first name?
Matt.
There you go, it's Matt. Matt Cobb. It's funny because Matt Cobb has coached at Fountain Lake, he's coached at Monticello. My favorite thing about Matt is Matt played for me in 2009, 2010, and 2011 at Pulaski Academy. And he started for me for 3 years on the offensive line. And he's a very smart guy. Teaches a history class too in school in addition to coaching. And just does a really good job with our kids. I'm kind of like all over the place. Like I'm emotional, right? And Matt is very smooth, and it's a good complimentary coach as far as that goes. But he knows what I want because he was on the offensive line for me, and he coaches offensive line with Coach Baker. So it's a good filler. It's a good fit to the puzzle to me to what we want. But he's a good guy. His mom and dad live in Little Rock. Great people. I know him. I coached his brother too. So I know the whole family, and he's the kind of guy that I like coaching our kids. I want good men around our kids. And that's what he does, and he does a good job with it.
What do you tell the players in the locker room after the football game?
After the Rogers game?
After the Rogers game?
You know, I just told them, I said, hey, the good and the bad. I said we did some really good things well, but we showed what we can't do. We turned it over on offense, can't do that. And we've got to contain the quarterback. Those are staples in what I want our teams to do and not do on the penalties and turn it over. And I said, but, you know, it was against a really good team. We definitely did some good things. But now we get into conference play. And the rest, it really doesn't matter how you do in non-conference. It doesn't count against you at all because you're 0-0 in conference, and that's what's going to determine whether you have a home playoff game, what your seeding is, and that kind of stuff. So I said, now it's time to learn from those mistakes, put it behind you. But now we are forced to bring it all together when conference play starts because now it matters. Now you got to win to get in the playoffs.
In the Rogers game, we use a dual quarterback system. Do you think of utilizing both quarterbacks this?
Did you come up with that question?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay, I like your honesty. No, it's a good question. I've been asked that a lot over the last 2 weeks. You know, I don't plan. You know, I don't think anybody plans to use two quarterbacks. But I saw the need to do it. I saw some strengths from Easton, and I've got two of the greatest kids. Like Dax McMillan is like one of the finest kids that I've ever coached in 30 years. And Easton's a good, hard-working kid too, and they complement each other well as a quarterback duo off the field. And I just saw some things. I thought we needed a spark. I thought Dax needed to come to the sideline in the face of that Rodgers pass rush and look at it from the side. And Easton went in and did a good job, I thought. What did you think? Did you think he did a good
I
job?
think he did a really good job.
Yeah, and so now I'm gonna play him a little bit more too. I think it's still Dax's team. We're gonna go the way Dax does. But as far as Easton coming in and providing a spark at times, I think he's definitely gonna have his chance to do that this week, and we'll see what he can do with it.
What stands up most about West Memphis on film?
Okay, when we're watching film, they've got a lot of speed. The weakness that we have is we're not very fast overall. We've got a few fast guys, a couple of fast kids, but everybody they got fast, it seems like. And they're a little bigger and they're faster than us. So that just means that we've got to be real disciplined about what we do. If your job is not to let that guy get outside you because there's nobody else out there and he'll score a touchdown, you've got to take the right angle to get outside him. If your job is to, when the quarterback opens this way, for you to dive down into the A gap, into the gap between the center and the guard, you've got to do that, because if you don't, and that running back comes through there with a little space, he'll give you a little juke and take it to the house for a touchdown. So that just, when somebody is faster than you, you've got to be really, really disciplined, and you've got to really know your job. And when I look at them and I go, golly, they're faster. When they line up their 4 wide receivers on offense, they're faster than the 4 guys covering. They just all are. So they've got to do a real good job, be good fundamentals, good techniques, and that kind of thing. And then if they do that, though, if we do that, you don't have to be faster, bigger, and stronger in football. You just got to know your job and do it in a disciplined way.
Any particular matchups favor us in this game?
I'm not a big matchup individual guy, but I'll say this. Anybody that's matched up with Isaiah, that's probably a good matchup for us. Because Isaiah Stevens is God gifted that kid with some ability. Anybody that's matched up against Ethan or Bradley at defensive end because they're tackles, that's probably a good matchup for us because they're big, strong kids that have worked really hard to get good at what they do. So, in those kinds of things, we've got some matchups that favor us, and we've just got to take advantage of those things. And we've got to, football's all about accentuating your strengths and hiding your weaknesses.
What are the key things you look for in the game to tell whether your players are excited or executing the game plan?
That's a good question. On defense, there's some definite things they have to do, and it's things I'm talking about, like whether it's a defensive end or a linebacker assigned to contain the quarterback and running back, to not let them outside, to set the edge. If you listen to television, it's easy to see if they're doing those things or not, and if they're not, we didn't execute very well. And, it's easy to see if our linebackers are what we call coming downhill. That means coming towards the line of scrimmage on every snap, and you're playing run first and pass second. It's easy. You can start the film and play it 1 second. And if a linebacker's not stepping forward, getting ready to come tackle the running back, then they're not executing the game plan. And on offense, it's are our receivers and running back where they're supposed to be when the ball is coming out of the quarterback's hands. If they're not, it's easy to not be where you're supposed to be, because sometimes you're supposed to be 17 yards and you're supposed to be just inside the hash. And if you're 20 yards and you're outside the hash, you're not where you're supposed to be. And that's all relative to, they're supposed to be inside a safety or outside a linebacker. So you can watch a film for 5 minutes and determine if we're going to execute well or not that game. So what we've got to do is go out and execute early. If we execute early, then we're usually good for the game. If we don't do that early, we usually kind of what I call let it snowball on you. Snowball starts small, but what happens when you keep pushing that snowball? It gets bigger and bigger. If our execution mistakes, they'll start off small, but if we, at the beginning of the game, we let it get bigger and bigger, and those mistakes get bigger and bigger, and big mistakes lead to losses.
What positions do you think improved most this year?
Wow, another good question. People don't like to be told that they're the most improved, because they think, well, that means I was bad at first, and I don't think it necessarily means that. I think our offensive line, from where they were last year to where they are this year, I think they've probably improved the most. Now, Part of that is because at the beginning of the season, 4 of the 5 starters started last year. So they were playing with experience and got better. But I think our offensive line probably from end of last year to so starting in January till right now, I think that's probably the most improved group on the defense. I mean on the offense. On the defense, the D backs. Because last year everybody picked on us and threw long balls on us. And this year they've done a really good job of keeping that from happening. So that's the two positions I think have done the best.
What do we have to do to win this game?
We need to start really fast, start early, and score touchdowns and get a couple stops. Our kids need to play with confidence, and everybody really does need to play with confidence. But we have to create our own. I can't just say, "Hey, you guys are doing a good job" after they gave up a long touchdown. I can't say, "Hey, you're doing a good job" after we got 3 penalties on offense and gave up a sack and don't have the ball anymore. They've got to get their own confidence by executing the game plan that we've asked. And if we execute early and play with confidence, I would say more than anything else I can think of, you don't want to turn the ball over. You don't want to give up sacks. You don't want to get penalties, all that kind of stuff. But if you execute early on both sides and gain some confidence, I'd say that's what we need to do more than anything else.
Do you do anything different in practice leading up to the tough road game, like what West Memphis or others?
It's not because it's a tough road game, and it's more because conference started and it's a separate season. So today, I'm gonna try to approach the game plan. I mean, I'm going to try to approach the pregame talk a little differently. Maybe a little more positive and a little more fire. Want the guys to be fired up for this one. During the week, what I wanted to do was on Monday and Tuesday, that's pretty tough on the guys. We need to fix a lot of things. And Wednesday, I went out there and I was a lot more up tempo, a lot more positive, a lot more encouraging. Though still correcting mistakes. Don't get me wrong, I'll always do that, but a lot more positive. So hopefully that positive carries over into the game.
You could describe a routine in 3 words. What would you say?
That's really hard. That's really hard, Hamilton. I'm gonna give you that at the end of the show. We're talking. I'm gonna have to think about that one a little bit. I don't get stumped very often, Hamilton. I don't know if you've seen. I just answer questions.
Who are some players that you have stepped up early in the season and surprised to see their leadership?
I need to start knowing what these questions are before that. Let me scan really quickly. Wiley DePriest at receiver. I think he's done a good job of being a surprise captain. We've got some guys like Will Cower has been a great captain for us. I mean, a great leader for us last year and this year on the offensive line. Wiley's a guy I didn't think. He's kind of a quiet guy, but he's been a good leader and vocal at times when he needed to be. Dax has always been kind of a soft-spoken leader. I'd like for him to come out and be a little more, but he's a great leader by example. He just comes to work every day, does everything right, does everything hard, makes his mistakes, but does a good job on that. I think Isaiah, for the most part, is a great leader by example. He just goes 100 miles an hour. Everybody's like, well, he's fast. Yeah, but he didn't have to try hard to go fast. I mean, he could try less hard, and everybody still goes fast.
And still go.
So he still got so when he goes hard all the time, he just makes everybody look silly. But everybody looks at him and is like, that's the star of the team. And if the star of the team's going this hard, I should be going this hard too. So he's definitely got some leadership qualities that do that. Bradley Sturdivant's trying to show some good leadership as a younger guy. The junior guys, they're always scared, like, aren't the seniors supposed to be the leaders? So they're a little hesitant, but he's trying to emerge as that. Jaqueline, our defensive nose guard, he does a good job of being a leader, kind of a quiet leader on that side of the ball too. Jackson Delk is our admiral. He's our linebacker, redheaded guy, number 32 or 33, I think. And he's our overall leader because he is the guy that sacrifices his body for our team. So, I could go on and pick out some guys, but those guys that stood out to me just now.
You've been called one of the most successful high school coaches of all time. How do you also make sure your players are ready for a lot beyond football?
They probably don't like it, but they don't mind it if it's a cool day. But on a hot day, I usually keep them afterwards, and I talk to them. And I probably talk a lot more than they want me to. And I try to give them a life lesson or give them analogies or examples. Because in football, I'm a spiritual guy. People see me yelling and screaming and don't think I am, but I try to, I spend a lot of time praying. I spend a lot of time trying to think about the right things to do. And I think if you just do what's right, things work out. Well, one of the things I think I'm supposed to be coaching for is I'm supposed to be preparing these guys for life. I'm supposed to be showing them a good example of being a man and a husband and a father. And I don't always do that. I mean, everybody's going to fail at what they do, but I try my best to do that. And then in the end, I try to teach them little life things. Like, I'll give you an example of that. I hope people are that this is for all ages. And I'm older, so I can talk down to most of the people on this age wise. One of the things that we worry about as we grow up is we're always worried about what everybody else thinks about us, you know? And like if I come in and I've got a spaghetti stain on my shirt, I would think like your mom's over there looking, go, look at sloppy Coach Kelly or Zach's like, look, my dad's sloppy, whatever. And in reality, I don't need to be worried about it because I didn't do anything wrong. If you do something wrong, you need to worry about what they think. But if I didn't do anything wrong, she's just going to think about it. He's just going to think about it for like 60 seconds. And then they're back to their own lives because we've all got our own life and we're just built that way. So I'm be thinking the whole time we're in here, oh my gosh, she's looking at that spaghetti stain and she thinks I'm a bum. He's looking at that thinking my dad's getting old and he can't even control his fork. But in reality, he goes back and he's looking at his phone and she's looking at her phone and nobody cares. And I wasted that energy worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what that does is that transfers over, and I tell kids, like, one of these days you're going to be 16 and you're going to be at a party. And I hope you're at a party that doesn't have this, but somebody will bring out something that you're not supposed to be doing. And we let something called peer pressure get to us. You probably got some peer pressure. No, hey, Hamilton, go thump that kid on the ear, whatever. And we give in to peer pressure because we worry about what everybody's going to think about us. But we shouldn't because that situation is going to be over 10 minutes from now and nobody even cares. So why did we let ourselves get peer pressure and worrying about what they think about us? For some reason, God didn't make me that way. He made me my own person where I just try to do what I think's right. Don't worry about that. I don't feel peer pressure. I don't worry about it. Sometimes probably to a fault. But the point I'm trying to make, and I did it the long way, was I try to give kids examples like that so they learn how to make better decisions in their lives. Because those decisions, if you succumb to what other people want you to do, if it's not the right thing, your life doesn't go as happy as you want it to be. You're not as successful as you want to be. You're not a good example to your kids one day. You're not a good example for your wife. You're not a good loving husband. You're not a good son to your parents. If you just try to do what's right and don't worry about anybody thinks, life's a lot easier. I'm not worried about if I come in with a spaghetti stain. I'm not worried about if my hair's not fixed right. Because tomorrow they won't even care. They won't even remember.
At the end of the day.
No, but they won't even remember it. So think about that next time you're worried about something at school. It's somebody saying, come on, Hamilton, do this, do this, do this. If it's the right thing, okay, but if it's not, don't worry about it because tomorrow they ain't going to remember anyway.
What excites you most about this year's Sheridan team compared to others you've coached?
I like what I really like is the Sheridan teams haven't had as much success as what the teams I've coached have used to having. And when they do have those moments of success, it's pretty neat watching, like, all of a sudden you can just see it on their faces. Like, wow, the hard work paid off for that. After the Whitehall game, our kids were really excited. It's a rivalry game. And I don't look around and go, yay, we won. I look around and look at the kids' faces and go, right now, they're glad we did those things in practice. They're glad it was hard. They don't mind that we did bear crawls. They don't mind that it was hot because they see how it paid off for them. So that's what excites me the most is looking in their eyes after a successful play, series, win, and seeing how happy they are at that moment.
What do you enjoy most about Friday night lights in Arkansas high school football?
I had a kid that played for me named Jonathan Wiggs, and he went to the Razorbacks in 2004 and started for the Razorbacks. He won what's called the Remington Award, which is the national award given to college football's best center. Okay, the guy that snaps the ball. And he went and played for the Cincinnati Bengals and got drafted and played for them and made some money. And I was talking to him one day, and I said, tell me what's the coolest thing about football. You've experienced cool stuff, the Razorback and this. I'm like, is it running out through the A for the Razorbacks? at Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville with 80,000 people. He's like, that was good, no doubt. He said, but there is nothing greater than running out on a Friday night with your friends, your really best friends, and playing for your town with that name across your shirt. And I thought, this kid has played in the NFL. He ran out and started for the Razorbacks. And he said that was his best moment. Because he said, those are the guys you'll be close. That's the closest you'll ever be to one group of guys. The guys you grew up with from kindergarten through 12th grade. He said, you played with these college kids 3 or 4 years, and you make some great friendships. But he said, man, when you run out together in high school, that's what Friday Night Lights is. So I think that's the coolest thing.
Next hitter is a 5th grader at Sheridan Intermediate School, and he wants to know if you might be for him to keep sending you pictures.
I do like the pictures he sends. I like pictures,
Okay.
and he sends me pictures from game, post game. Every once in a while, he'll send me one for just during the day. So yeah, I don't mind at all. I like it.
Thank you again for your time, and look forward to sit down with you and see you next week.
What about thanking the crowd? We thank the crowd for watching. Are we glad for watching?
Thank everybody for watching here, and we'll see you again next week.
And go support our sponsors.
Welcome to the First Trust Home Loans Roof Connect streaming presentation of the West Memphis Blue Devils versus your Sheridan Yellowjackets. I want to thank J.M. Fry, Inc. for that special presentation of our coaches show. Just a heads up, we are right beside the PA speaker at the stadium tonight, so you may hear it in the background. I'm Jeremy Orman. I'm here tonight with Dakota Hedden. We'll be calling this game on this beautiful fall night. Big man did a good job tonight, Dakota.
It is such a pretty view that we have from atop the press box here in West Memphis, looking over the football field over to the baseball with a little bit of ag behind the baseball stadium. We are just south of Memphis. Some people call South Memphis Dolphland.
Yes,
but we are here, and we are going to have our cameraman James Phillips zoom in on something that we found very interesting looking around the stadium in the pregame. West Memphis, very low-key, has had 9 players go to the NFL.
Very respectable. Very respectable. Also over there, we've got state semifinals, state runner-up, state championship. I mean, there's a good heritage here of football at West Memphis, Dakota, and they're trying to get back on track. Had a rough season last season, but had good athletes, coaches telling us, hey, they may be 0-3, but beware. They're an athletic, good team.
Yeah, West Memphis has played some really tough teams to start the year. They have played at Hot Springs, losing 34-7. Played Valley View, a team out of Jonesboro, lost 35-6, and then had to go play Little Rock Christian and lost 48-7. So they've really been through a gauntlet in the first 3 games of the year.
Yeah, second-year coach Vincent Newton. West Memphis had a rough year last year. Went 1-9. Sheridan, of course, played West Memphis in the same conference. Sheridan ended up winning the game last year, 62-14 on an offensive show-out. So hoping to repeat that here again tonight are our Sheridan Yellowjackets. Sheridan has started the season 1-2 with an opening win against Whitehall, and then a loss to Lakeside where we put up a lot of points. Put up a lot of yards, but we couldn't put up a lot of points, couldn't finish our drives. And then, of course, last week against a good Rogers team, lost a good one there. Rogers scoring 84 points, but we're scoring. We're averaging about 37 points a game, roughly. And so our offense is starting to click. And I remember last season, as the season went on, our offense started clicking better, and our defense started clicking a little better. And I think that's the key tonight for us, Dakota, is the defense.
Yeah, Jeremy, I would agree. You know, last year, just to kind of put these 2 games in perspective, we were playing West Memphis off of a bye after playing Rogers 2 years in a row. Last year, losing to Rogers 43-7, we responded the following week by scoring 62 points and winning 62-14. This year, we put up 40 points on Rogers, and so I'm very anxious to see what we continue to do on offense as the year goes along. It looks like we're clicking earlier in the year than we were last year, but that's something that happens whenever you've got a second-year quarterback and a second-year head coach.
Yes, and some experience on offense.
That's right.
Got a lot of returners on offense, big offensive linemen, Ethan Cowden, Will Sturdivant, and, of course, our running back Zay Stevens, Eli Turner. I don't know if he's dressed out or not. Hope to see him back tonight. Remember, he had a sprained knee on the first game against Whitehall. And good receivers, some receivers returning. But, yeah, I think defense is the key. Defense, including the Rogers game, has given up about 50 points a game. We need to really hone in on that tonight, wrap up our tackles. We need a lot of people swarming to the ball and make sure nobody can get behind us. No big plays would be great tonight for our defense.
All the big plays on offense, no big plays on defense. That is our winning formula and key to the game.
Yeah, it's just that easy, too.
It's that simple.
Yeah, just that easy. Limited games between West Memphis and Sheridan. The conference is realigned in 2021, I believe, putting West Memphis and Sheridan in the same conference. So this is the conference opener for both teams. Be a tremendous start for us, the Sheridan Yellowjackets, to go ahead and get our opening conference game with a win tonight.
Well, these are the games, and every game matters, but some matter a little bit more than the others, and these conference games matter the most. Nothing more important than getting off to a 1-0 start in conference.
Sheridan will be kicking off first. Kicking it left from right. We got a helicopter-style kick set up. Onside kick. Here we go. The game is underway here in the beautiful night in West Memphis. Onside kick recovery by West Memphis right at the 50-yard line to get things going here.
The 50-yard line was probably the average starting point for Rogers a couple of weeks ago. And when you're starting on the 50, your defense is kind of got, their backs up against the wall out of the gate. However, this is something that the defense is used to, and, you don't have as much field to cover behind you, but it's important in these Coach Kelly teams to get off to a really good start on the possession, limit the first play to less than 4 yards, and it gives you great odds the rest of the series.
Memphis starts with a run off the right side. Good tackling there by the Sheridan defense, swarm tackling. Look like, I can't see that number there.
I saw number 2, Colby Taylor, in there on the tackle.
Number 11 also in on the tackle, I see there. Reed Stevens, of course. I'm going to call his name a lot. Got Reed Stevens, Lawson Wallingford, Jackson Delk leading the team in tackles so far this year. 2nd and 7. West Memphis, handoff again up the middle. Pushing the pile forward, positive yards from West Memphis. Going to bring up a 3rd and short there.
Several guys in on the tackle there. I saw big Jaquaylin Morris, first time we're calling his name tonight, with both arms around the ball carrier, bear hugging him and falling on him to the ground. We're going to bring up a 3rd and 5. West Memphis trying to establish the run out of the gate.
I think the quarterback is just a sophomore, started some games as a freshman last year, so West Memphis overall pretty young. May not be trusting with the arm just yet. Another run up the middle and a good hole, and that's going to be enough for a first down for West Memphis.
3 plays, 3 handoffs to number 35. Going to bring up a first down for West Memphis. An emphasis for West Memphis out of the gate is to establish the run, and they've definitely got the Jackets looking downhill. Be curious when they look to go play action or a read option.
Staying in the shotgun, spreading us out. Sheridan showing man coverage with the free safety deep, 4 down lineman. Clay, the quarterback, looking for a signal. And a good stuff there by number 33, Jackson Delk.
Jackson Delk flying through the line, meeting the ball carrier in the backfield, had his ears pinned back and was ready for the handoff to number 35. Great tackle from Jackson.
from the 38.
Good play by the Sheridan defense on first down, setting up at second and long. West Memphis heavy on the run here. Number 35 for West Memphis. Tylen Young with the load so far. See if they stay with it here. 9:30 to go in the quarter. Clock running. Has a man deep, and tremendous effort there by West Memphis wide receiver number 2, Jeriel Dooley, off the fingertips. Lucky break for Sheridan. He was wide open on the play action, like you said, Dakota, setting up that run for a big play.
Dooley was running down the field like a Dooley and was wide open, just had the ball go through his hands, couldn't hold on to it through the ground, but made an elite attempt at holding the pass in. He was almost too wide open for the quarterback.
Yes, if that is such a thing.
Almost.
Third and long. Sheridan bringing pressure up the middle. Got a hold. It's going to come back regardless. One for the hold. We had an easy sack there. We're going to call a hold, see what Coach Kelly does. That'll decline. It'll bring up fourth down.
We had good coverage on the back end. Number 16, Ross Stevens, was running step for step with the streaking receiver. Declined.
Decline it. We're on 4th and 11. So, weird yardage situation here. Zay Stevens checking in to play defensive end. Too long for a field goal attempt, but it's 4th and 11. Be interesting to see if they really go for it, try to get 5 yards here, drawing us off sides.
Very strategic to put Zay Stevens going up against the right tackle, who's historically going to have a little bit slower feet. Zay's going to get low, streaks inside right away, gets to the quarterback.
Oh man. They take a deep shot, and it was really good coverage. I didn't see.
So deep shot to Kevius Woods, and we had number 28. Sorry, that was not number 28. That was number 20, excuse me. Marquise Thorne in coverage. He did not get his head turned around. I did not see him make contact with the receiver. However, he did not get his head turned around. And so I'm thinking that had something to do with the pass interference call.
A bang, bang play there.
Blue Devils will be 1st and 8 from the 24-yard line.
So if a defender, a cornerback, what Dakota's saying, if a cornerback gets his head around and finds the ball and has a little contact, they're less likely to call pass interference. But in this case, he did not get his head turned around. It was really good coverage, tight coverage there. Nonetheless, first down for West Memphis. Design run by the quarterback, stuffed by Reed. Stevens in the backfield.
One of those Stevens boys.
Quarterback Andrew Clay.
Great job reading. That was design quarterback run. Great job by Reed. Reading that play, getting downhill, making a good open field tackle for a 2nd and long for West Memphis.
Reed can read the offense.
I see what you did. Dooley and Reed, you're on a roll. Keep it coming.
So this is the 2nd down and distance in a row we forced negative yards on the first play, and so really sets us up for success on that particular down and distance.
Deep drop. Swing pass to the outside, across the 10, 5, open field tackle there. Number 0, Braden Lewis, to save a touchdown.
Yeah, number 35, Tylen Young, running in wide open space. Tried to get shifty there at the end. Braden Lewis just squared him up and made a great tackle. Last man, in between the runner and the end zone. So Braden did what he had to do and was able to stop him short of getting in. I'm going to make him earn it from the 5. Got a 3-back set.
2 tight ends, 3 back. Old power play. Off the right side, finds a hole at the goal line and in for a touchdown. West Memphis the first to strike tonight.
Jeremy, watching college football, I've seen a lot of that exact play out of that formation. If you're running left or right, handing the ball. If you're running right, handing the ball to the furthest guy on the left with the with the back in the center and the back on the right side, working as lead blockers. It's been very effective, run across levels of football. So, interesting to see West Memphis incorporate that, despite being a spread offense team.
It's just a numbers game at that point. You have more blockers than you do defenders on that side. And West Memphis was able to capitalize on a penalty on a 4th and long. Pass interference call on Sheridan gave West Memphis a first down. Swing pass to the outside, a couple of runs to get it into the end zone. Not sure why he sent the kicker off the field.
Yeah, a couple plays in a row, West Memphis a little disorganized with personnel.
Not sure what happened there. The official told the kicker to come off the field, so now West Memphis will try to go for two here.
And you can see Sheridan ran in number 77, Ethan Cowden, and number 52, Bradley Sturdivant as the two big defensive tackles.
West Memphis runs it up the middle.
Very effective move as they were stopped short. Ran right into the two big, historically offensive linemen. But, an offensive lineman knows the moves of a defensive lineman. They know what they're thinking.
And those are big boys, hard to move. So West Memphis scores first 6-0 with 6:59 to go in the first quarter. We were just told the kicker did not have his knee pads in, and so the official told him to come off the field.
Unbelievable.
West Memphis tries to go for two because of it, comes up short. Could be a big play down the road in this game. Defensively, not bad.
No, made them earn it. No big plays.
No big plays, made them earn it. That pass interference call did hurt a little bit. Luckily, Sheridan will get the ball here. Hopefully we can go down and score quickly.
One thing I've really enjoyed so far this year is the, mixing of offense and defensive personnel in certain situations.
Yeah.
Last year it was very much, if you're playing offense, you're not playing defense. If you're playing defense, you're not playing offense. And so to have Zay coming in, rushing against the right tackle, and then in this particular scenario, two of our best offensive linemen coming in to clog the run, love to see that strategically. Got a chance at a good return here from number 7, Dylan Smith. I'm busy running my jaws over here, and he's going across the 50-yard line.
Dylan did a good job of fielding that on one hop. Had some good blockers in front of him, found a gap and shot it. So we're going to start at the 50.
I like it. I like it a lot. We got Dax McMillan running on the field. Had a little bit of rotation last game against Rogers with him and Easton sharing some time, rotating series to series. But good to see Dax coming onto the field, the senior quarterback. And looks like number 77.
That's Ethan Cowden.
Ethan Cowden's having to come off the field for some reason. Not sure what the deal is there.
Knee
Looks
pads.
like knee pad related.
Got to pull his pants down below his knees. Got dress code now in high school football.
I'm telling you, it's strict here in West Memphis. Jeremy, do you have your knee pads in?
Always. I don't leave home without. When you're this low to the ground, you never know. Deep shot, immediately Dylan Smith, wide open, across the 20, to the 15, the 10, 5, and the touchdown. One-hit wonder, Dax McMillan to Dylan Smith for a quick touchdown. The Sheridan Yellowjackets, but it's coming back on a hold call.
I'll tell you what, Jeremy, this Dylan Smith kid can play some football.
I do not see a flag on the field.
I don't see any yellow either.
The holding was the call. Immediately picked it up.
Dax was able to kind of just sit in the pocket on the back foot and kind of throw a little bit of a fadeaway floater for Dylan Smith to run under. Well executed play. Hate to see it come back. But that's a heck of a way to respond in one play after, West Memphis probably ran, 8+ plays, 8 to 10 plays on their drive. So that's all right. We'll do it again.
Still first down for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, 1st and 20. 6:46 to go in the first quarter. Dax looking to throw again. Going for a flag route. Good hands there by number 1, Walter Shields.
Walker Shields trying to keep his balance after hauling that one in. Thought he might break away for a second, but a well-executed flag route. Got the defender on his inside hip, was able to wall him off. Great throw from Dax on the outside, only where his receiver could catch it. Very well executed, 2 throws from Dax out of the gate. Here we go again, another pass. Little quick screen going back to Walker Shields. No, sorry, that was number 4, Hunter Sosha, the quick screen was going to. Looked like he stumbled out of the gate. Still able to haul it in from his knees.
We had that set up nicely. West Memphis brought pressure, and it was one-on-one outside. Just a good play by the West Memphis cornerback. So 2nd and 11. Sheridan staying in the twin set to the top. Twins down low. 1 running back. Dax Mellon looking for the snap. Motion by the running back out. Looking right. Dax going to use his feet. Scrambling. Has all day to throw. Has a man open. Oh, and dropped and dropped again. Incomplete.
All right, so the ref is signaling incomplete pass here.
Incomplete. It's out of bounds. Lucky break by Sheridan.
Went straight through the hands of J.P. Black. The ball was coming right at his face mask and went straight into the hands of a West Memphis player. And then J.P. immediately turned to play defense. You know, didn't hesitate to play defense and kind of went to sling the defender out of bounds. And in the process, he lost the ball. And so
From the 36-yard line.
ref signals incomplete. Sheridan's going to keep the football. And after the dramatics, it's a 3rd and 10.
West Memphis showing pressure. Got an open shot. Got a flag by the back judge. See what we have here.
Got a flag on the play.
That's a good touch pass intended for Hunter Sosha. Hunter couldn't bring it down, but there is a flag on the top of your screen. Let's see what the call is. Defensive hold, and that will be an Ace Hardware penalty flag. We had holding on the outside on one of our receivers. Not enough for a first down, but it'll be 3rd and short.
We like that better.
Sheridan showing trips now. 1 running back set. Play action. Looking for a screen. Dillon with a good catch. Way to come down with it and a good run after the catch. Taking a hard hit. Should be enough.
Yeah, that's a first down. What a long screen pass that is to throw.
Long time to set up. Great effort by Dylan Smith to run it down, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment first down, excuse me. That was a long developing screenplay for a 2-yard gain. Ethan Cowden shaped back in. Bunch set. Sheridan yet to run the ball. Play action again. Dax threw a bullet over the middle. Looks like he had a man open for a short second at the top of the screen. Chose the middle route. It's going to fall incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10. Dax comes to the game with 1,051 passing yards. I believe that's 2nd in the state thus far. So Dax has potential to have a really, really good season for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
All right, we got a quad set up here at the top of your screen. And we're rolling that direction.
He's got a man in the flats, and he hits a man. Good turn upfield after the catch. Going to have a good spot at the first down marker for another Stockton Power Equipment first down on a pass to Walter Shields.
Yeah, good catch, Shields. High pointing the ball, making sure that he converts the first down close to the sticks. Looks like the ball is going to be at the 11.
Right at the 11-yard line, 4:03, clock is running. Still in the first quarter, West Memphis leading 6-0. And a beautiful night here in West Memphis, Arkansas. Underneath pitch, Shields He's got room on the outside across the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone on a flip. Defender number 3 took his legs out from underneath him. Malik Cummings and Shields with the flip into the end zone for Sheridan's first score of the game and a teeter motor touchdown.
Walker Shields on the pop pass, he had nothing but space in front of him from immediately touching the football, had the angle, had the speed, was able to hold on to the football as he crossed the end zone, absorbing the tough hit and finishing in style. Great touchdown, Walker. Dax is looking his way pre-snap at the top of the screen. He's got it one-on-one.
Design screen there. He's in the end zone before the ball comes out.
Yep.
And that is a 2-point conversion to Jalen Green.
Yeah, nice screen play at the top. Way to get it's almost like an extended handoff with immediate blockers out in front. So good job, Jaden Green, catching it, getting into the end zone.
The McCoy Tiger first quarter is off to a good start with Sheridan leading 8-6. Now a word from our sponsors.
So I was born and raised in Sheridan. I graduated a Yellowjacket and went to law school at the University of Arkansas up at Fayetteville. In the legal field, you're helping your neighbors, you're serving those that are around you, and I wanted to feel good and like that I was making a difference and doing it for people that just were kind and good people. And so that's what I found here in Sheridan. So it makes my job easy and enjoyable.
And we're back. West Memphis, Arkansas. Sheridan leading 8-6. I want to thank Manat Law for their sponsorship this year. No problem too small. Who are you going to call, Dakota?
I'm thinking Manat Law.
Manat Law. That's right. Onside kick by Sheridan, and it goes out of bounds. I don't know. It was touched by West Memphis. No, we have a flag on the field. It was not touched. So that's going to be a procedure call.
West Memphis will take it first.
Explain that to people at home on an onside kick or any kickoff for that matter that goes out of bounds, Dakota.
Well, you can't kick the ball out of bounds. It results in a penalty flag.
Well
and so
said.
what Sheridan is looking to do there is to get a high bounce and to be able to run under it before a West Memphis player can touch it. And that time we did not get the big bounce, a little bit too much velocity, and went out of bounds. So West Memphis starting at their 45. Good to see them behind the 50-yard line. Happy about that.
We'll take it. If you're just tuning in, West Memphis was the first to score on a levy of run plays, and they're going to stay with it with a pop pass underneath. Sheridan has him grounded up, and a swarm of Yellowjackets take him down for a 5-yard loss.
Great job containing the play. Number one for West Memphis, Braylon Davis hesitated, looked to go back the other direction in which he came from, and we kept contained, did not over-pursue. It allowed time for our linebackers and other players to collapse where the runner was hesitating and create a big loss on first down. The third time we've created negative play on first down.
Sheridan bringing pressure, another handoff, and immediately met in the backfield by 2 Sheridan defenders. I believe that was number 11, Reed Stevens, the first to read the play, coming up hard and making a stick.
I love it. I love it. They have not been able to go forward yet on this drive. Sheridan busting through the line and creating havoc in the backfield. West Memphis continues to try to enforce the run and impose the run game on our defense. And our defense has said, hey, you're going to have to beat us some other way because we're going to shut it down.
Sheridan rushes 3, drops Benny in coverage, got one-on-one coverage down low, and they're going to throw it deep. Got a push off by the receiver, not called, and overthrown. Going to bring up 4th and long for West Memphis inside their own territory.
Well, number 11, Andrew Clay for West Memphis, has got an arm on him.
That was a
rocket
looking ball. Yeah, overthrew his receiver. That was probably a 40-yard pass in the air, overthrowing his receiver.
Well, our favorite thing to see on defense, other than a turnover, is a 3-and-out.
That's right.
And so 4th and 16, looks like we're going to get a punt here. Sheridan's playing it like that's not happening. You know, we do not put.
Oh, it's snapped
Oh,
high
it's
over the head
over
of
the
the
kicker's
punter.
head.
We've got no pursuit. Picks it up at the 10. Going to try to put it away quickly and hit hard at the 10-yard line.
Who was it? Who was it? It was one of those Stevens boys. Number 11, Reed Stevens, laying the boom on the punter.
Sheridan comes in to play it safely. Deep snapper snaps it over the head of the West Memphis punter, and he will think twice about picking that ball up next time.
Sheridan in prime scoring position here, taking over at the West Memphis 11-yard line.
Zay Stevens checking in. Dax McMillan getting the call from Coach Kelly. Sheridan taking over at the West Memphis 11. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Sheridan leading 8-6. Like to see a quick touchdown here.
Yeah, I look for us to go, at minimum, I look for us to attempt one play end zone touchdown.
Bunch formation, motion. Over the middle. Throws it where only his receiver can catch it. Intended for Hunter Socha, low and away, but incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage from West Memphis. You know, number 0 was on him like glue. Only Hunter Socha could have caught that ball a little bit too far, low and away, but a diving attempt nonetheless.
We've got Easton checking in for Dax at the quarterback position. Zay in the backfield. Trips to the top. Immediate pitch to Zay. Got blockers out front. Zay trying to get it outside, and a hard hit on the outside. I believe that was number 0 for West Memphis coming up and making a stick.
So one thing I noticed on that play, you know, we've got our receivers up there trying to block, and while Dylan Smith was blocking his tail off, we kind of blocked the defender straight into our running lane and gave him a little assistance making that tackle on Zay.
It happens sometimes.
It does.
As a receiver, you do not know where your running back is all
You
the
do not.
time, and you block, and sometimes you block them right into it.
If you're standing around looking for your running back, you're not blocking.
That is right. West Memphis bringing heat. Pass over the middle. No, just off the fingertips. Slightly high. Hit the fingers of
J.P. Black.
J.P. Black, number 3, the intended receiver.
Had the arms fully extended, trying to haul in the pass. Got hands on it, just not able to bring it down.
West Memphis bending their back here, not making it easy for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Going to bring up 4th and 10 from the 11.
It's where Sheridan took over after the bad snap on the attempted punt by West Memphis. No positive yardage. West Memphis showing a blitz. Going to bring extra defenders, and they come. He's got room on the side if he wants to run it. Let's close it up, and he gets it to a lineman. That's not going to be a legal play.
Hey, great play from Easton out of the gate. I mean, had pressure in his face immediately after catching the football. Hit one of those Monday Night Football spin to the left that makes the defender look around and think, where in the world did he go? And just not able to come up with anything. Didn't have anyone open, but tried to make something out of nothing there.
Yeah. Effort was there. Disappointing series for our offense, taking over at the 11-yard line of West Memphis and not getting anything out of it.
Got to convert those
Got to
opportunities.
convert those opportunities for sure. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us later in the game. So now it's up to our defense again. Had a 3-and-out last series in the McCoy Tigert first quarter. Let's hope we can do that again here.
Jeremy, the momentum can swing so quickly.
And yeah, that was a good example right there. Bad snap. Sheridan had momentum. No conversion. Now West Memphis feeling confidence. Sticking with the run up the middle. Up front is doing great. Our defensive line is doing great thus far.
Sheridan's ready for it. Very surprised so far with a very athletic quarterback. We haven't seen any read option. Well, we've seen, I'd say, one read option play, and it was a give. We have not seen any quarterback keepers yet. I mean, I know it's coming, but we have not seen it yet. They've been adamant about feeding number 35 on the run. Curious to see when that wrinkle is going to make its way into the play calling.
Sheridan sticking with the 4-3, showing man-to-man coverage, and here we go. Quick swing pass to the outside to their athletic receiver, number 9, breaking the tackle, getting away from another. And a big gain on first down by Kevius Woods.
Had to really pause. It was a slow developing what was supposed to be a quick play. Still able to convert the down and distance and get a first down. Very athletic play from the receiver, Kevius Woods.
13 seconds left in the McCoy Tiger first quarter, with Memphis likely to run the clock out here to end the first quarter, with Sheridan leading 8-6. Been an interesting first quarter thus far, Dakota. West Memphis comes out, scores immediately. Sheridan goes down with an answer, and then misfortunes on both sides, keeping us to an 8-6 ball game.
This score at the end of the McCoy Tiger first quarter would not have been my prediction. Having seen film on both these teams and watching Sheridan over the last several weeks, so surprised to see a slow offensive start, but credit to both defenses.
We're going to take a break. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Shelby Taylor Trucking serves all your timberland needs in South Central Arkansas. With over 50 years in the industry, Shelby Taylor Trucking has established themselves as trustworthy leaders in the industry. From planting to harvesting to hauling your timber, Shelby Taylor Trucking is ready to serve you. Follow them on all social media platforms at Shelby Taylor Trucking. Learn more by visiting their website at staylortrucking.com. That's staylortrucking.com.
Welcome back to the First Trust Home Loans Roof Connect streaming presentation of the Sheridan Yellowjackets versus the West Memphis Blue Devils conference opener.
MLB draftee is in the house.
Honoring a MLB draftee while we're underway, and a deep shot. Got a man on the sideline and completed in stride. So number 10, Joshua Ward. Big play by West Memphis.
Very pretty throw and catch from West Memphis in the first play of the People's Bank second quarter. Throwing from the opposite hash to the sideline on the other side of the field. Great throw and catch. Nothing you can do to defend that ball.
Flag on the play.
Quick penalty flag, stopping the play. It's usually a false start.
Yeah.
And it is.
You know, Sheridan had a player that kind of raised up and leaned forward, however, did not even get close to going across the football, across the line of scrimmage, but caused the West Memphis player to jump. So false start, Ace Hardware, penalty flag. You can't do that. West Memphis going backwards on another first down.
Behind the sticks again, and they just seem to keep converting first downs. Let's try to stop them here, defense. Quick hitter on the outside. We got to wrap up and tackle. There we go. That's how you do it right there.
Yeah, a lot of toughness from Braden Lewis right there on an island with the receiver and just squares him up and then also holds on for dear life as he's trying to wiggle his way out of there.
Can't bring him down, hold on, and let your buddy come help. Jackson, that's Reed Stevens coming over the top and finish him off.
Reed Stevens is everywhere we find the football tonight.
He's got a nose for it.
Dr. Tawana Smith. Let's hear it for Pro Baseball.
West Memphis showing a bunch formation for the first time in a pistol position. Got in motion. Play action pass. Jackson Delk had a shot at the quarterback, and he ends up getting there.
Stays after him.
Great job by Jackson Delk. We got a flag at the bottom of the screen, or bottom of your screen here.
Jackson Delk is going to play through the whistle. Jackson Delk's going to play through all the whistles, leaving no uncertainty bringing the quarterback down. Curious to see what the flag on the play is.
I haven't had many sacks this year. I was glad to see
They're picking it up.
No penalty on the play. So great job there by Jackson Delk.
You want to talk about great pursuit. I mean, comes flying up the middle, runs past the quarterback. The quarterback's trying to get away from Jackson. I mean, he's screaming for help, trying to get away from Jackson. Like a heat-seeking missile. Stays after him, and ends up bringing him down.
3rd and long. West Memphis has gone deep every time they've been behind the sticks in this situation. Another deep drop, and we get pressure
There
again
he
up the
is
middle by
again.
Jackson again. Great job up the middle by Jackson Delk.
Bringing pressure
Second
had
to
Reed
drive.
Stevens and Jackson Delk coming up the middle. They didn't learn anything from last time. They didn't pick up Jackson, and he's there to hit the target a second time.
It's hard to throw a deep ball when you've got pressure in your face. That's also a good job by our defensive linemen up front. Engaging 2 blockers, allowing lanes to open up for our linebackers to shoot those gaps and get the sack. Interesting call here of West Memphis going for it on 4th and 20. That trips to the top of the screen, tight end down low. We're going to try to bring pressure again, and we do. Oh, he's got all day to run. Hit him right there, he's down.
Man, that's really close. I think he's short.
He's short. He's short. He thought he was close to the first down. If he would have dove over the defenders, might have been closer, but good break, good defense, good stand by the Sheridan defense. Turnover on downs.
They almost invited the pressure that time, allowed, Sheridan to collapse the pocket, and the quarterback from the get-go, after seeing pressure was coming, was just looking for the escape lane.
That's the danger with a man-to-man defense, bringing the pressure as you leave yourself open to the quarterback getting away. The corners, the secondary have their back to the quarterback because they're guarding the receiver, and the quarterback sometimes has wide open field to run. But good job by the Sheridan defense, stopping him short of the first down marker. We're going to take over on our own, call it the 28-yard line. Zay Stevens showing inside receiver position, trips to the top.
Easton back in at quarterback.
And a flag. I think we ran out of time. We called delay a game.
This is something the sophomore, is going to improve on as the year goes along. We saw several delay game penalties in the Rogers game. Got to stay on top of the clock. You got to get your play call, relay it to everyone else and get the ball snapped in time. So Sheridan going backwards on first down, going to bring up a 1st and 15. And immediately Dax comes back in the game.
Using 2-quarterback system here. It's like Dylan Smith and Zay Stevens in the backfield.
Sosha one-on-one in the middle.
Swing pass out to Dylan, giving him open space to run. Swarmed immediately by number 4 for West Memphis, Elijah McGruder.
And so the subtlety here on these, sideline to sideline throws in the flat is that you've got to hit your guy in the chest, in stride, or leading him forward so that he can keep momentum as he's already on the run. But when you're on the run and the ball's behind you or high and you have to pause, it allows the defense more time to catch up to you.
Zay in motion again. Use him as a decoy. Going to take a deep shot. And miscommunication by the receiver and the quarterback.
Easton was back in the game, and then here comes Dax again. I mean, we are alternating quarterbacks play by play. And we've got a 3rd and I believe 15.
Need a conversion here. Need a positive play on offense. We had the ball at West Memphis 11. Couldn't do much there. Stop them. Our defense stops West Memphis on the next drive, and now we're back up against the wall. Got one-on-one coverage out here.
Memphis bringing heavy pressure.
Play action. Going to set up a screen and throw it right to number 52 for West Memphis, who's going to walk it in for a touchdown.
I mean, the pressure that West Memphis brought was perfect for the play call of us throwing the screen. We did not have time for the screen to develop, and they were in our face right out of the gate. 3rd downs, especially 3rd and longs, West Memphis is bringing, just max pressure.
They're bringing, this 3rd and long. You need a 10-yard pass or a 15-yard pass. You need a deeper ball, so they're bringing pressure to keep Dax off rhythm. And it's worked thus far. Had a screen play set up there, as you said. Timing was off. and just threw it right to West Memphis defender. Point after attempt is good. West Memphis going to take a 13-8 lead with 8:56 to go in the second quarter, sponsored by People's Bank. And we're going to take a break for a word from our sponsors.
Shelby Taylor.
Banking is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan to reach your goals. Every yard matters, and every decision can move you closer to the end zone. Just like a great team relies on trust and protection, your finances need the same. From managing your everyday money to saving for the future to making the big plays when opportunity comes, success takes preparation, teamwork, and smart moves. Because both in banking and football, it's not about how you start the drive, it's about finishing strong in the end zone.
And welcome back to the People's Bank second quarter. 8:56 to go. West Memphis leading 13-8 on an interception thrown by Daxon Mellon on a attempted screen pass right into the hands of number 52 for West Memphis, Kobe Berto, who runs it in for a touchdown.
Interesting kickoff formation from West Memphis right here. A little bit of a pooch kick. Fielded by Dylan Smith. Ooh! If he was just able to get outside, there was no one down the sideline.
He saw the opening and his feet didn't catch up with his brain. Oh, man, that was close. That was close.
You can't let Dylan Smith get loose. And
he's got some speed. We've got speed and we've got good skill players. We've got a big offensive line. I'd like to see us start attacking the middle of the field, runs up the middle, vertical routes, get up the field with our play calling here. Sheridan's going to take over 1st and 10 at our own 36-yard line. Need a good, quick response here. West Memphis has some momentum. 13-8 lead over your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Had a lot of quarterback switch outs, and we're going to continue to do so with our sophomore taking a snap here.
Again, a delay of game. You know, I'm watching on the sideline the two quarterbacks standing beside each other. It wasn't exactly clear who was going in the game prior to, and this is now the second time we're starting the series with a delay of game, not getting the playoff in time.
Second drive in a row, starting 1st and 15 after delay of game calls. And we do give it to Zay up the middle, and he's met immediately by a swarm of West Memphis defenders. Throws Zay down at the end to prove a point. That was number 6, Rel Miller, on the tackle.
West Memphis ready for the quick handoff to Zay, going right up the middle. Kind of a designed run blitz is what you would call that, and able to create additional, well, not additional negative yards, but going to be a 2nd and 13. That's what it says on the scoreboard.
It's a long 13, maybe 14. There it is over the middle, and it's dropped by Dylan Smith.
It was there. It was there. Perfect pass from Easton. Dylan Smith is going to be laying in bed up at night thinking about that one. Had it in his hands, was thinking about what he was going to do after the catch, just didn't secure it. Nobody's going to be harder on himself after that play than Dylan Smith, and look for him to right size it the next time he touches the football.
3rd and long. Easton takes a snap again, rolling to his right, flooding that side of the field. No one immediately open, buying time. Quick drop off to Zay, makes a man miss, and then it met immediately after the first miss, but a positive gain there.
Yeah, able to spin and pick up a few more yards after the catch. It's going to bring up what looks like a 4th and 3.
Long 3.
No hesitations. Yellowjackets coming immediately up to the line.
Zay out of the backfield. Now in motion. Man-to-man coverage on Zay, and a quick pop pass underneath the Shields. Worked the first time, works again.
Man.
Right at the marker. I think it's going to be enough for a first down.
Would have liked to see him cut inside a little bit more there as opposed to just going for the sideline. We had several blockers out in front, especially number 52. Big number, Bradley. Number 52, Bradley Sturdivant, was just looking for someone to pancake. And but nonetheless, able to pick up the first down.
It's good. Started first and 15, converted a Stockton Power Equipment first down. Let's go with the momentum here. Easton moves Zay to the right, now back to the left. Looking to pass, got a man in the flats. Zay over the middle on a drag route. Good block downfield by J.P. Black, giving Zay some extra yardage. Positive play on first down, that's what we like to see on first down. Going forward instead of backwards.
Love to see it. Really good play from Easton there, looking down the field out of the gate. Didn't see it. Immediately checked down to Zay, who was ready for the pass, and then I watched J.P. Black hit the accelerator to throw a block for Zay. And so a lot of nice things on that play.
West Memphis bringing pressure. Slow to get there. Wide open over the middle. Hunter Sosha across the 15 to 10. The 5 outrunning the defender to the corner of the end zone for a Sheridan Yellow Jacket first down, or touchdown, excuse me, a teeter motor touchdown. No flags on the play. It's going to stand.
So,
Memphis
Jeremy,
brings
that
pressure
looked
there.
like – sorry, go ahead.
I was bringing West Memphis brought pressure that time. We picked it up, and that's what happens when we pick up the pressure.
Looked like the inverse of the play to Dylan Smith that we dropped earlier in the drive. Just ran the same play from the opposite side and able to convert it that time for a big touchdown. Really needed that. West Memphis had captured the momentum, and now Sheridan is looking to expand the lead. Currently up 14-13, but going for 2. This is their play on these, and there it is. I mean,
that's what they run. You
that's
know
what they run,
you can't stop it.
and it's your job to stop it.
They have a receiver going to the back of the end zone, walking the back of the, running the back of the end zone. Easton put it in a tight window that time, secured by number 32, I believe. That was Gunnar Hoyle.
Gunnar Hoyle did a good job walling off the defender, had him on his back, and able to secure the catch. Great conversion. It's going to give the Yellow Jackets a 3-point lead.
After that teeter motor touchdown, Sheridan 16, West Memphis 13. Now a word from our sponsors.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
And we're back. 7:01 to go in the second quarter. 16-13, Sheridan Yellow Jackets lining up for another helicopter-style kickoff, onside kick, and he didn't immediately recover. Coach Kelly screaming to get at it, get at it.
Fighting for it at the bottom of the
everybody.
pile.
Sheridan doesn't look enthused. And West Memphis did recover. Looked like we had a shot there at that onside kick. Wasn't a clean recovery.
Hadn't quite gone 10 yards yet either.
West Memphis will take over at the Sheridan 49-yard line. Defense has played fairly well. West Memphis scored on their opening drive. Sheridan has held them on the next two drives, and then West Memphis converted on their last drive. No, it was a defensive touchdown. Excuse me.
That's
Sheridan
right.
has held. Excuse me. Sheridan's defense has held them, except for one drive thus far, the opening drive. So good job by our defense.
So after pounding the rock in the first quarter, West Memphis has really opened up the offense, looking to take deep shots down the field and test our secondary. Curious to see what they're going to do on this drive, whether it's return to the run or continue throwing.
Rolling left, looking downfield. Good pursuit by our defensive line, getting pressure on the quarterback, taking a hit after he's throwing the ball, and that was number 50 in pursuit, Leighton Tarter.
Yeah, big Leighton Tarter coming off the left edge, putting pressure on the quarterback. Able to force an early and errant throw. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. A lot of credit to the defense on 0 yards gained or negative plays forced on first downs of the series.
Great point. Loading up the left side, a quick hitter in the flats to number 11, who's got a blocker out front. He's down the sideline. Got room to run. That's number 10 on the big gain, Joshua Ward.
Number 10 is a ball player.
Tall, athletic kid, good speed. That was just a quick 5-yard out that turned into a big play for West Memphis. I've also been impressed by their quarterback, Andrew Clay, who's just a sophomore, started 6 games as a freshman last year. He's really poised in the pocket, doesn't get flustered. He's made pretty good decisions thus far.
Jackets looking to bring pressure, run blitz. West Memphis able to squirt through the initial wave, but the second wave able to stop them. We're looking at about a 0 to 1 yard gain on the play. Again, first play of the down and distance, so important. Defense continues to put emphasis on it.
Reed Stevens with the initial contact, followed up by Colby Taylor there by the Sheridan defense. Andrew Clay under center this time, backs out to get a play call. We go back to the shotgun, which we see normally from West Memphis and their spread style offense. Quick handoff and a reverse. Need pursuit on the outside. We've got a hole, and he is going to break a tackle and get into the end zone on a reverse. Quick answer by West Memphis, giving them the lead, 19-16 with 5:38 to go in the People's Bank second quarter.
You know, Jeremy, it looked like they checked to that play. You know, initially they were lined up. Quarterback was going under center. What we've seen from a lot of spread offenses is when they run up and they go under center in a bunch set, they're tending to, you know, look to take a play action shot. However, didn't like what they saw and checked to a reverse that ended up scoring a touchdown.
Set up and executed nicely. Point after attempt by West Memphis is good. 20-16 with 5:38 to go in the second quarter, and we're going to take a pause for a word from our sponsors. We want to thank you, First Trust Home Loans and Roof Connect, for sponsoring this streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellowjacket football. If you've got a TV outside, you need to watch this game outside tonight. It feels great out here, Dakota.
Feels great. Speaking of watching the game outside, good crowd, good visiting crowd from Sheridan, traveling a couple hours down the road. Kickoff fielded by Dylan Smith.
Dylan.
He found the outside this
Go,
time.
he stayed on his feet.
The ref is marking him out. Oh, man, Dylan Smith loves that left sideline. Tiptoeing.
I wish we had replay, because I'm not sure he stepped out there. Great
Tiptoeing
return.
in his Jordans down the sideline, but looks like he stepped out. The ref was also under duress dodging a West Memphis player.
Yeah.
Possibly obscuring the view.
He was almost to the ground making that call. Great return, though. Good answer by Dylan Smith on the return. Found the hole he's been looking for all game and hit it hard. We're going to start at the West Memphis 40.
Easton back in at quarterback after navigating a touchdown drive on the previous series.
Low snap, handled by Easton, dropping, getting depth. They're going to get a hold on us. Just don't throw it away. They're going to get number 76 for Sheridan on the hold there. Brian Bowman. Easton kept getting depth.
A lot of depth.
That's going to back us up. 10-yard penalty to the 50 in another series where we start behind the sticks. We're just right now our own worst enemy on first down.
We have got to gain positive yards on the first play of the series. Got a 1st and 20 here.
And off to Zay, able to outrun the first linebacker. Hits a hole. Good yardage on 1st and long by Zay Stevens, running with some intention that time on first down.
Cheat code. Quick handoff, Zay Stevens Going to gain 12, bring up a 2nd and 8. 2nd and 7, even better. I like their eye better than mine. Very manageable down and distance from here.
4:55 to go in the People's
Bringing a
Bank
lot of
second
pressure
quarter.
again.
Bringing pressure. If we can get past the first wave, he's got a chance to go, and he
Go.
does. Across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and touchdown. Teeter motor touchdown for the Sheridan Yellowjackets on a run up the gut by Zay Stevens.
2 plays, 2 handoffs to Zay Stevens. Teeter motor touchdown, making it look easy. Offensive line, a lot of credit to them. They were able to absorb the heavy blitz that was coming up the middle. Zay stayed patient behind them, waiting for the fit, and as soon as he saw it, boom, he hit it, and nobody was going to catch him. Yellowjackets, without a doubt, going for 2 here. And Jeremy, I'm excited to announce I see a number 28, Eli Turner, on the field at the bottom of our screen.
Good to see Eli.
Welcome back, Eli.
Sprained his knee on the first game against Whitehall. Good to see him back after the bye week. Lined up out wide. Send him in a little motion. Going to get a quick hitter out to him, see if he can get up. Oh, got his eyes ahead of the ball.
So looking at the same play that we converted earlier on a 2-point conversion, you know, that's really like an extended handoff. Getting the ball to your running back with 4 blockers immediately, well, 3 other blockers immediately out in front, just not able to come up with that one. However, maintaining the lead 22-20 in the People's Bank second quarter.
Good answer there by our offense. Going downfield and scoring despite getting behind the sticks on first down. We're able to convert with 2 handoffs to our All-State running back, Zay Stevens. 2 big gainers, 1 ending up in a touchdown. You live and die by the blitz. If West Memphis is going to blitz, you're either going to get to the quarterback or you're going to give up a big play. And that time, our offensive line did a great job of picking up the blitz, giving Zay a little lane to run through. He doesn't need much.
Nope.
And when he gets it, he hits it for big plays typically. And so good answer there. We're going to line up for another helicopter-style onside kick, and we're due for a recovery.
Law of averages, Jeremy.
Here we go. Onside, good hop that time. Going to be difficult to field. It's still on the ground, race to the ball. And number 28 for West Memphis finally comes down with it. Braden Bass, right spot, right time. And that was our chance to get one there.
So that helicopter had a little bounce to it.
Yeah, that's really tough.
The bouncing helicopter kick, good luck with that one.
That's a new one.
Chaos ensued.
You just witnessed the first helicopter-style onside kick with a bounce.
Yeah, West Memphis, Arkansas.
Hope you feel special.
We're seeing things here.
Hope you feel special. We do. 22-20. You're Sheridan Yellowjackets with a 2-point lead. 4:45 to go in the People's Bank second quarter, and we've got ourselves a ball game here, Dakota.
Love to see how quickly we scored on that drive. Despite going backwards, we've got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot on the first play of the drive. But I do love that we were able to overcome a 1st and 20 to go 2 plays and score.
Bobble snap by Andrew Clay, falls on it immediately.
I know everyone at home immediately probably scared their wives and kids yelling, ball,
ball, ball, ball, ball, ball. Football, when anyone fumbles it, the ball's on the ground. It's just a natural instinct for any man to say, ball, ball, ball. 2nd and long for West Memphis. We need to hold him here. Tarter had good pressure off the edge on that previous play. Another quick out route. West Memphis tried to flood the right side of the field, the bottom of your screen. Pass it intended to number 4, Elijah McGruder.
Leighton Tarter fighting through 2 blocks as the West Memphis Blue Devils try to roll the quarterback out, get him on the move, fighting through 2 of those blocks to just kind of, throw the quarterback off a little bit, make him throw it earlier than he wanted to, put a little pressure in his face, make him throw over an extended arm. Anything you can do to just make it not an easy throw. So great job from Tarter on that play.
Dylan Smith checked in on 3rd and long, playing man-to-man defense on a receiver. They're going to go to the – oh, and a boot! Big stick there. Big stick by number 20, Marquise Thorne.
Terrell Dooley with the
Thorne put a thorn in his side on that one.
I knew that was coming.
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
Dylan Smith in hot pursuit. I mean, we bring him in to play some defense, and who knows how to cover a receiver like a receiver.
Yeah, that's very well said. Knows the route, great coverage, and Marquise Thorne came off his player and laid the boom on a 3rd and long. Going to be at 4th and 10. Clock is running with 3:38 to go in the People's Bank second quarter. No one deep for Sheridan. Going to play it safe again. Last time West Memphis attempted a punt, it was a snap over the head of the punter. And we're going to get a stoppage of play.
Not very many
delay a game.
number 55 punters that you might see.
A lot of firsts tonight.
We don't have a height on 55.
You might have your other sheet there.
Might have it in this one. Let's do some further investigation.
It gets away a short kick, but it does take
What
a
a
West
roll.
Memphis roll. It's going to go sideways at the Sheridan 38-yard line, which is where we will take over. 3:28 to go in the second quarter. Quick
So
word from our
3 and out.
sponsors. Welcome back. Interesting play calls by West Memphis. Bobble snap, incomplete pass, stopping the clock.
All right,
Quick 3 and
3,
out.
2, 1. Got it off this time.
All right. Now be smart with
Got
the
a
ball.
double move.
Oh, just off
Oh.
the fingertips of JP Black. JP has not had one hit him right in the chest just yet, but he's been all around the ball tonight. Good double move on the outside, getting past his defender. All day to throw that time. Great job by the offensive line.
Yeah, just missed that one. We rolled the quarterback out to the right, which pairs perfectly with JP's double move because it looks like that he's just going to run a quick out route, and then boom, he plants the foot, cuts upfield, goes vertical. Just missed on the opportunity, but love the aggression on first down.
Both running backs run a swing, and we set up a middle screen right in the
Ooh.
chest of Hunter Socha and incomplete. West Memphis had it read well, though. Number 4 there all over it, Elijah McGruder, going both ways for West Memphis, playing receiver and some defensive back.
Very interesting setup there. Looked like, the ball could have went left or right into the flats on a screen. But then a third option appeared in the middle of the offensive line, a mid-screen. But West Memphis was ready for it.
They call that eye candy.
A lot of eye candy. There was probably so much eye candy they didn't know where to go. They just stood still, and it worked out for them.
Wasn't that your nickname in college? 3rd and 10.
Ooh.
Easton throws it. He's got a man there, and it's JP Black this time coming down with a big catch. Good job there, JP, coming back to the football on a hard completion. Easton took a hit while he was throwing. JP comes back to the ball to help his quarterback out, and a big Sheridan first down with 2:59 to go in the second quarter.
Jeremy Easton threw that ball hash to hash on a rope about 25 yards down the field while getting smacked. What an impressive throw.
Quick hitter to Zay. That time, that's the punter, number 55, playing nose guard as well. Shoestring tackle on Zay Stevens.
Is he primarily a nose guard that punts or a punter that plays nose guard?
Sheridan,
That's a chicken and egg question, Dakota. No one knows the answer to that. 2nd and 10, clock's running, 2:20 to go. Snap to Easton, Zay showing, he's got a flag route to JP again, and again, just off the fingertips.
That one was there, right in the breadbasket.
They're running a receiver short. Outside receiver is going to run a curl, and they've run a flag route over the top of that curl route, and that's been open 2 or 3 times tonight, and that time just overthrown. That will stop the clock, but it is 3rd down.
Keep your head up, JP. He's frustrated. That was his best chance of the night to haul one in. Had his defender beat. Ran a great route.
West Memphis going to bring pressure. Rolling right away from it.
That was a dart.
It's a dart. We got a flag
We have a flag
where
on
the
play.
receiver and defender were playing a scrummage after the whistle has blown.
Just a reminder, fans, as we
And that was
come
number
to the end
one,
of the
Walker
first half,
Shields,
we're
running
going to
a
see
comeback
we're
route,
going to
walling
our
off the defender,
halftime
coming back to the
sports
football to
presentation,
bring
followed by
down the catch.
the
Looks like
performance of
a
our Blue Devil marching
calling a
band.
first down,
It's a
but then they're
hold.
also looking over there.
It's an Ace Hardware penalty flag. Nonetheless, it is a Stockton Power Equipment first down for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
I like what I see at the bottom of the field here. A lot of open space.
Over the middle. Takes his time, lets it develop, and hits Jaden Green in stride for a touchdown. Teeter motor touchdown for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Good read that time by Easton. Looked for one man over the middle, let the play develop, hit Jaden behind him.
On the deep post. Great throw. And Jaden with a really good catch, kind of catching it over the shoulder. Really nice throw and catch there, just how you draw it up. And the Jackets go down the field immediately again with back-to-back touchdowns, creating a little bit of separation here. Now, Jeremy, what are the chances that West Memphis jumps off sides here?
1 and 2. And they did.
Ha! Wrong, 100%.
Wrong.
100% would be the correct answer.
Fake news. 100%. If you haven't seen a Sheridan Yellowjacket football game, they will line up for an extra point. Our linemen go down in unison, and about 100% of the time, they jump off.
100%,
Offsides.
give or take, percent of the time.
Most of the time, it's all the time. And so in return, we will try to go for 2 to add to our lead. It's 28-20. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets over the West Memphis Blue Devils here in West Memphis with 2 minutes to go. And the second quarter sponsored by People's Bank.
Tight backfield. Favorite formation, Zay and Eli.
Delay of game.
Again, third time this game, delay of game. Flirted with it another time. Gotta go faster.
Delay of game on the offense.
All right, kicking team coming back.
And if they jump off sides here, we will send our offense back on.
This has got lower odds, but they're
Lower
still pretty
odds.
high.
We got a knee pad check again. Nope. We're going to let him kick it this time. Okay.
Got both of his knee pads in. Let's see if we see an extra point attempt.
Memphis hold the ground. Good place. And good kick.
Good
Conversion
looking
is
kick.
good.
Extra point is good. So
It's going to be 29-20. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, and we're going to take a break for a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the First Trust Home Loans Roof Connect streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellowjacket football. We're in West Memphis in the conference opener. Sheridan has just scored. We're going to try another onside kick. Right in the gut of a West Memphis defender. So West Memphis will take over at their own 49-yard line with 2 minutes to go to try to answer the last Teeter motor touchdown from the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
The old gut ball.
Old gut ball.
They were ready for it.
What'd you like on that last drive from our offense there, Dakota?
I like that we were able to score 2 touchdowns in a row.
Yeah.
And I like that we were able to continue to, well, we're getting in a little bit better rhythm throwing the football. You know, out of the gate, we're rotating quarterbacks not just per series, but we had rotations per play. Hard to get in a rhythm like that. Looks like they've settled in with Easton the last several drives, resulting in touchdowns. So I like consistency.
Sheridan bringing stunt pressure, backside pursuit, and we're going to get a sack.
There
on
we
the
go.
Backside, good pursuit. Looked like number, is it 42?
That was number 40, Copeland Crutchfield.
Good job, Copeland. Good pursuit.
Copeland is a long player that you'll often see. You know, he's very aware of what's going on around him, and if he cannot get to the quarterback like he did there, he will stop and put his hands up and move him around, try to deflect passes. So great effort from Copeland. Throwing the quarterback off his rhythm, letting it still affect him on the next play, and very quickly, we got a 3rd and long.
Interesting play call here by Memphis. They're trying to score before the half. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:23 remaining. 3rd and long.
Yet another time on 1st down, we create a negative yardage play.
Defense has done a pretty good job giving up 1 big play, 2 big plays, deep short pass that turned into a long gain and a reverse. Zay Stevens checked in at the end.
Dylan Smith in coverage.
Gonna bring 3. A lot of people in coverage. Receiver falls down, gets tripped up, and that's going to be intercepted.
Oh.
It steps out of bounds.
Oh.
West Memphis has a player down.
Why are we saying oh? We got an interception.
That's our 2nd interception of the season. That's by number 20, Marquise Thorne, who's having a game. Laid a big hit 2 drives ago, then comes up with an interception there. And we have a West Memphis player injured.
Marquise Thorne, he can hit and he can cover.
So here at Manat Law, focus primarily on personal injury. When a client comes to me, my role is to try to eliminate some of those obstacles and some of those burdens that they're navigating so that they can focus primarily on getting better. Please call me. This is what I do, and I want to help.
No task too tall for Manat Law. Appreciate her joining us this year. All right. West Memphis has 3 incomplete passes, stopping the clock with 1:16 to go. Deep drop, setting up a screen for Zay. Long developing play, and we throw it behind Zay, incomplete. Pretty well read that time by West Memphis. It's number 52, not caught off guard. It's Kobe Berto, who has an interception on this game, returned for a touchdown as well.
Anticipating a screen almost on that play. The defensive line has been very disciplined, looking around for and recognizing screen plays, which the Yellowjackets love to employ. I'm going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Got a 1:10 on the clock.
Looking deep. Got a curl route. Here we go. Trick play to Zay. Zay's got open space. Oh, what a shoestring tackle at the 49. We need a timeout. I believe we have all 3. He's not going to take one right now, and finally does. He's begging for one.
He's been saying timeout for 10 seconds.
Finally give it to him.
I mean, the guy was looking at him right in his eyes.
He was begging on a knee, begging for a timeout over there. The side judge finally get one. So a hook and ladder for a big gain, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down. And
Would love to see him do the right thing and put some time back on the clock here.
Well, it stopped for the sticks to move at 49 seconds, but he was still begging, like, I need a timeout as soon as you stop. As soon as you get set, don't start the clock. Oh, they did run some off. You're right, 45 seconds. So they ran 4 off the clock. Offensive line has done a good job tonight, giving some time. West Memphis has gotten through on a blitz a couple of times. For the most part, Easton and Dax have had time to throw. Easton has been the consistent quarterback here with the drive so far, probably from our third offensive drive on. They're going to put time back on.
Yeah, time's going back to 55 seconds, was at 45. Credit to the crew on the field for doing the right thing.
Hey, just do the right thing. Your dad ever tell you that growing up?
All the time.
Just do the right thing.
Oh, like this even better. Got a minute 5 on the clock now.
Here we go. Let's go a minute 15.
Very generous.
Minute 15. Anybody? Minute 15. Going once. I think they're going to
Don't know that that's right, though.
Yeah. Officials discussing clock situation, I would presume. I remember seeing 49 seconds when Zay went down. Clock stopped at the first down.
Well, Kelly was trying to call timeout.
He was
dating all the way back to about 56 seconds. Initially, they put 55 on the clock. Then it went up to 105. We're going to see a correction here.
Minute 5 is the final verdict.
Okay.
And we're going to run it. Easton awaits a snap, empty backfield, all day to throw. In traffic, good hands there. That was
JP Black, there he is.
job,
He was
JP.
so frustrated with himself over on the sideline after the flag route. Next chance he get, makes a contested catch in traffic. Love to see that from JP.
Back to the line, had 2 plays called. We're going to go back to back.
There he is again.
JP Black again.
Great route.
Finding the hole in the zone.
Great route. Kind of looked like a little bit of a double move, turning it into a flag route, but instead of going all the way to the sideline, sits down, flashes the hand, secures it, gets upfield. That's a first down. Clock is ticking. We are going down under 25 seconds. Got to go, go, go.
Stockton Power Equipment. First down's got Zay
There he
deep if
is.
he wants him, and he's got JP if he
Beat
wants him.
JP Black. 3 catches in a row for JP. Number 3. And a touchdown for the Yellowjackets.
3 catches for number 3 in a row to add to the lead right before the People's Bank second quarter ends. 35-20 with 18 seconds to go. All day to throw. Blown coverage, 2 wide receivers, and he chooses JP Black for the touchdown.
Teeter motor touchdown. Guy deserves a new teeter motor after that drive.
Whoa, you're getting into NIL high school stuff.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Don't open that can.
Talk to Tony. Talk to Tony. Jeremy, I love to see that. You know, someone that played receiver, if you have a couple in a row not go your way, you can have a little bit of loss of confidence. Makes you second guess. Maybe try to dinosaur arm the next one, and you almost get in your head trying not to drop it instead of trying to catch it. And so JP was very visibly frustrated. I was watching him on the sideline, and the next time he comes back in the game, 3 catches, 3 big catches, and a touchdown. So happy for him.
Love to see. It happens at every level, too. Last night, watching an NFL game between the Seahawks and the Cardinals, Marvin Harris Jr. Had one go off his hand, resulted in an interception. He was so hard at himself and then comes back to make a catch to tie the game. So, it's every level. That's what I love about sports. Had the conversation with my son last night. Sports is going to teach you hard lessons, and character being one of those. So glad to see JP Black recover there, get him a touchdown. And we are going to go onside kick here with 18 seconds left to go before the half. Sheridan Yellowjackets up 36-20 on a quick score before halftime.
Wonder if we'll get a pooch here.
He's set up for a high bouncer. No bounce and a recovery.
Okay.
For West Memphis, no time ran off the clock there, so 18 seconds for West Memphis. See if they try to take a deep shot or just count their losses here, take a knee, and run the clock out.
I'm thinking the Blue Devils are going to test their fate, test their luck, and try to go for the end zone. You got 18 seconds starting starting on the 46. You've got time for a couple of deep shots.
Zay Stevens has checked in a defensive end, trying to get a quick rush off the edge. I presume we're going to rush 3 and drop the rest in coverage. Dylan Smith also checked in as a defensive back here toward the bottom of your screen, primarily an offensive player. Snap and a quick out route. Going to get positive. Oh, and a big hit by Smith, who just checked into the game.
Dylan Smith, he will thump you on the sideline. I mean, like a heat-seeking missile.
Positive play on first down for West Memphis. Took 7 seconds off the clock. 11 seconds remaining in the People's Bank second quarter.
Looking for them to take a deep shot here with 11 seconds.
Drop back deep.
Zay coming around the edge.
Can't give up a big play.
Man.
Can't let them behind you.
2 defensive backs in coverage. That was number 16, Ross Stevens, as well as Marquise Thorne. The Blue Devil receiver still able to get behind both of the defenders. Looks like we've got about a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 4. And, you know, really this play is really like 3rd and goal. Because anything short of the goal doesn't matter with 5 seconds left.
Maybe a quick pass with a lot of laterals, or just a deep shot again. And it's going to be a deep shot again.
Going to go to number 10, deep.
That time we had 4 people there.
Dylan Smith and Marquise Thorne both getting in on the action of batting the ball down to wrap up the People's Bank second quarter. Sheridan, with whenever we have not shot ourselves in the foot with penalties or going backwards on first down, on offense, we've had a lot of success. Easton has really settled in over the last several series, able to score several touchdowns. The defense getting in the backfield early and often. You know, I'm really kind of confused a little bit. You know, West Memphis in the first quarter, you know, they're very run heavy. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And then the entire second quarter has almost been throw the ball deep. And so when you run the ball a lot, you're able to set up, you know, play action and read options and things like that. But they've really kind of been just on 2 extreme ends in terms of their play calling with not a lot in the middle. So anxious to see what they come out with in the second half. We just need to continue to execute.
Yep, good points. They had success. West Memphis did running the ball. That's how they scored on their first drive. A lot of runs, so kind of got away from their bread and butter. But good. Again, Sheridan's defense has done a great job containing the speed of West Memphis. Quarterback Andrew Clay for West Memphis has got an arm, and I think that's kind of tempting to test that arm out for a big play, but they've not had much luck thus far. Hope that continues for your Sheridan Yellowjackets in the second half. I think the play calling for Sheridan got better as we went along too. We stopped going side to side, got more vertical in our offense. Zay up the middle, passing routes over the middle, and then JP Black got hot there. Happy to see JP make some catches there at the end to cap off the first half.
You know, we don't have the numbers in front of us, but not very many touches for Zay in the game. You know, really did not see the offensive side of the field until the second quarter. But in the touches that he has had, you know, they've been very explosive and successful. With a 16-point lead going into the second half and a healthy Eli Turner, I'm really hoping that we might get to see some of my favorite formation, the split backfield, Eli Turner, Zay Stevens, 2-headed monster, thunder and lightning, Sonic and Hedgehog. And let's lean on them a little bit.
Knuckles and Sonic.
Knuckles and Sonic.
Yeah, yeah. I have 2 young kids, so I know exactly what you mean there. It's a good first half. The Sheridan Yellowjackets. We're going to take a break and hope you join us for the second half here in West Memphis, Arkansas, the conference opener. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets and the West Memphis Blue Devils.
Let's hear for Pro
Welcome
Baseball
back.
All-Star Blue Devil.
I want to thank First Trust Home Loans and Roof Connect for your streaming presentation of the conference opener between the West Memphis Blue Devils and your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Really good first half of football. Sheridan putting up 36 points in the first half, tying their average per game in the first half. West Memphis showed up to play as well. They had 3 opening games that gave them very tough competition. Coaches told us before the game, don't overlook West Memphis. They've got some athletes, they've got some good players, and should be a good game, and it has been thus far. I like the 16-point lead we have. I'm Jeremy Orman, joined by Dakota Hedden. We'll be commentating the rest of the game for you tonight on this beautiful fall evening. Perfect weather, no clouds in the sky. We are broadcasting on top of the roof, and
We are on the roof.
on the roof, and we've got a really good view. Dakota, what are your thoughts for Sheridan in the first half, just to catch people up who were just tuning in?
After a little bit of quarterback carousel out of the gate, settled in with Easton in the second quarter, able to get in the groove, get Zay involved. Last drive to end the half, we've got a kickoff return by JP Black, right on cue, my guy, going across the 50-yard line into Blue Devil territory. The guy's on fire, man. Every time he touches the ball, it's a big play right now. Got to continue to feed him. Jeremy, I want to quickly mention, as I was down on the field, near the field, at halftime, I ran into Coach Treadway, and he was saying
How's
that
he doing?
Coach Treadway is pretty happy with the 16-point lead. I can't confirm. He mentioned to me that out of 16,000 high school football teams that play 11-on-11 football, that he believes we are either first or second in the country in total offense.
That is impressive. We're going to start with a trick play.
Speaking of total offense,
And give it back to Zay. Zay's got blockers out front and room to run.
Skirp.
One defender missing, 2 defenders missing. And we start off with a bang in the Edwards HVAC third quarter with a good kickoff return by JP Black and a little trickery from Coach Kelly on a big gain, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Trickery, trickery. It's almost time to trick or treat. We've got Dax and Easton on the field at the same time, both touching the football, getting it into the hands of Zay with the big Grizzlies out in front. Big play on the first one of the second half, threatening to score here with 4 receivers to the top of the field. Dax looking that way.
That's a penalty, if you want to call it.
Didn't want to call it.
Number 0 had JP by the jersey, and JP's coming up a little lame there. Might have rolled an ankle.
I think that's actually Dylan Smith.
Is it? Yeah, you're correct. Young eyes. I got to put my glasses on.
Bifocals?
Tries.
Tries.
Yeah. Wait. You wait, sir. You just wait. So a big gainer on the opening play.
Always love the numbers game. Shading Zay at the bottom of the field. Still going to him.
Overthrows him.
On a double move and out and up. Over the outstretched arms. But nobody else could have caught it. That was a safe throw. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Looks like we're staying with quads to the right. Zay at the bottom of the field. You can watch number 32 is in charge of helping shade and help number 21 cover Zay. And then you've got 4-on-4 at the top of the screen.
Slide protection to the right. Zay's got a man in the flat.
Good ball.
Good ball and good hands catch there by number 1, Walter Shields. Walter Shields having a good game. Scored a touchdown. Had a couple of good receptions, resulting
Spreading
in
the
positive
wealth.
gains.
Walker Shields, JP Black, Hunter Socia, the most involved at receiver.
Big 4th and short here. Go right up the gut to Zay. Zay looks like he got first down yardage, but met by a
Tackled hard
plethora of West Memphis defenders.
by the punter, number 55.
The punter, 55. I'm going to make him famous tonight. That is a Stockton Power Equipment first down. Going to bring up 1st and goal for the Sheridan Yellowjackets on this opening drive of the third quarter, sponsored by Edwards HVAC. Those of you just tuning in, sophomore Easton Barksdale received a lot of the snaps. We've got Dax McMillan checked in now, senior quarterback, second year in the system. Getting depth, giving himself time, waiting for Dylan Smith to come across the middle. Just good coverage that time by the West Memphis defense.
Long developing screenplay running across the field, and you almost kind of have to throw the football with some air under it to get it up and over the defender that's trailing the receiver. Creates a very tricky throw. Incomplete that time.
Yard marker is showing 3rd down at the top of your screen, but it is 2nd and goal. Zay Stevens in the backfield with Dax McMillan. Bunch formation. Quick handoff to Zay. He's got the edge, and he's into the end zone for a Sheridan Yellowjacket touchdown.
Score is 42-20.
Quick hitter there by Zay Stevens on a handoff. Great job by our offensive line, giving Zay a hole to run through. And that is a quick teeter motor touchdown in this third quarter.
Bradley Sheridan lifting Zay high into the sky to celebrate that touchdown, creating a 22-point lead before the extra point attempt.
Good snap.
High snap. Good job from the holder to get it placed. Follow through from the kicker. We now have a 23-point lead.
43-20, your Sheridan Yellowjackets on top on a teeter motor touchdown on a 1-minute, 30-second drive. We're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors.
Banking is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan to reach your goals. Every yard matters, and every decision can move you closer to the end zone. Just like a great team relies on trust and protection, your finances need the same. From managing your everyday money to saving for the future to making the big plays when opportunity comes, success takes preparation, teamwork, and smart moves. Because both in banking and football, it's not about how you start the drive, it's about finishing strong in the end zone.
We are back. Sheridan set up for an onside kick. Looking for a high bouncer here. Ball is teed up this time. And underway.
Ooh.
Oh, squirted through.
Had a chance.
Had a chance there, Hunter Sosha on the top of your screen. The nearest Sheridan player to it.
Didn't quite get the vertical bounce. If we would have got the bounce there at the very end, how it's designed, we were in prime position to recover. Unfortunately, still unable to come up with an onside kick recovery so far in this game.
None recovered.
Jeremy, the Yellow Jacket offense picked up right where they left off, like nothing had happened.
That's great.
And scored another touchdown.
That's great to see coming out of halftime with a break, that we just keep our momentum going, go down the field with a quick score. Stop here by the defense would keep the momentum in our favor. Defense has played well so far, giving up 2 offensive touchdowns. Showing 3, and we bring pressure. Quick out. Had success with that all game. Missing tackles. We can't miss tackles. Hold on for dear life when you get there and wait for a teammate to come get you. That was Thorne initially in coverage.
Joshua Ward is an athlete, and West Memphis has gone to that play several times. Very simple. Just run up the field, turn around, get him the football in space, and let him try to make a play. Big gain on first down for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils going pass heavy here, taking a deep shot. Got a man open. Good
Great
coverage.
play. That was Lawson Wallingford over there. Textbook coverage. Was faced up with the defender, running with him the whole way, not losing any speed, turning around. And as soon as the defender went to flash his hands and lift his head up to catch the football, Lawson stuck a hand in there and broke up the pass. Very nice coverage.
Good speed to catch up with him there on the outside. One-on-one coverage, that is hard to do. Staying with the pass, another deep shot. This time they've got a man.
Oh, ran the post-wheel combo. Had either one of them, really.
Third down, Blue Devils.
Lucked out.
Joshua Ward, they've been going to a lot this game. Just couldn't come down with that one. A little busted coverage there on the backside of the Sheridan defense.
Enters Zay Stevens and Dylan Smith on defense in this third down situation. Zay going to be coming off the edge, and then Dylan providing extra support in the secondary. Only 2 rushers, but I anticipate 50 is going to sneak up and go.
All day to throw. Another deep shot. And great recovery there by number
Braden
0.
Lewis.
Braden Lewis.
Get that out of here.
Receiver got behind Braden Lewis, but excellent makeup speed to tap the ball away at the last second, saving a touchdown. Going to bring up 4th and 10 for West Memphis, and they look like they're going to go for it here. West Memphis started the game run heavy. Had a good drive on their opening drive, running the football, ended up scoring on their first drive, but ever since that first drive, the second quarter especially, it's been pass heavy, and they're going to stay with it here. Sheridan.
Feeling the pressure a little bit, no doubt, to throw the ball down the field as they are down 3 touchdowns. Sheridan feeling really good about ourselves on defense. Got a little too excited there, jumped off sides. Those guys are just itching to make another play.
Itching to get there. So
Amazing coverage from both of our corners on this drive.
I can't express enough how hard one-on-one coverage is. And they've done a good job so far. Just keep it up. Knock on wood. We keep this up. The defense has played well thus far. Like a little pressure here and a sack to end this drive. West Memphis going to pass again. Looking over the middle. Quarterback steps up, makes a good throw, and a hard hit to break up the play. That was number 16 with the delivery, Ross Stevens.
Ross Stevens laying the boom as soon as the ball touches the receiver's hands. There to break up the pass. The defensive backs showing out on this possession.
Fantastic play by Ross Stevens, separating the receiver from the ball in a quick series from West Memphis offense, resulting in a turnover in downs, and Sheridan's offense will take over again. Easton Barksdale checked back into the game at quarterback.
All right, we got Eli and Zay in the backfield.
This is your jam, Dakota. This is your favorite here. Let's see what they do. They get Eli some action with an option. Nice play. Well read, though, by West Memphis, and Zay Stevens brought down hard on the edge by number 0 for West Memphis, Darion Key.
Love the play call. Great defense from West Memphis. That plays straight out of the Detroit Lions playbook. Well read and covered by West Memphis, but love getting both involved, touching the football in the same play. They're going to stay in the backfield.
Direct snap to Zay with the play action. Good blocking up front by the offensive line. Defensive line for West Memphis was pushed back 6 yards on that play before anyone had a chance to get to Zay. That's going to be a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Okay. They were being a little weird with the spot. I didn't know if they were going to mark him a yard short. They got it right. First down. Now it looks like Eli's taking a direct snap. Fakes the handoff to Easton, looking to go outside with blockers out in front. Our first time watching Eli Turner run the football since game 1 against Whitehall on a fall evening in September, and all of a sudden everything's right in the world again.
Everything's right in the world. All you deer hunters maybe listening from deer camp, all you moms, deer widows, appreciate you tuning in.
Get rid of it.
Oh, they're going to call it a fumble.
That ball was going forward, no doubt. No doubt.
So Easton Barksdale checked into the game. Tried to get depth to give himself time to throw. Looked like he was throwing it forward. Officials called it a fumble. In addition, we have a flag at the top of the screen, so a lot going on here. We're going to wait to see how this unfolds.
Accurate call, in my opinion, would be intentional grounding.
Yes.
Ball is run into the end zone.
And it's against West Memphis.
On the play.
Lucky break for Sheridan. I agree with your interpretation there. Intentional grounding. The quarterback has to make an attempt to throw it at a receiver, otherwise it's intentional grounding, but nonetheless, a West Memphis hold in the secondary results in a Sheridan first down, Stockton Power Equipment first down, and we will hold on to the ball. Low snap handled by Easton. Looking to throw on the sideline. Dylan Smith off his hands and incomplete.
Yeah, ball a little high and outside. Ace Hardware penalty flag, the holding on the West Memphis Blue Devils negates the nonsense that I was saying up here about a possible Yellow Jacket penalty.
Well, you were on the money. That was the right call. Lucky break. Hopefully Sheridan can make the most out of that break. We're going to stay with trips at the bottom of your screen, twins to the top. Receivers aren't even ready for the play, and the snap comes, and Easton does a good job of just throwing it at the feet of a receiver.
Yeah, good heads-up play from Easton just to get rid of it. Our two receivers at the top of the screen were looking over at the sideline for what looked like was a check. The ball was snapped, unbeknownst to them. Good play from Easton just to get rid of it, go to the next play. Going to be 3rd and, is that 9?
10, yeah. 3rd and 10, 8:17 to go in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. Sheridan Yellowjackets are leading 43-20. This time we're on the same page. Another low snap. We pick up the blitz, going deep shot, and that is definitely pass interference, and they will call it. Intended receiver was number 1, Walker Shields, and had 2 defenders on him, but they did not make a play for the ball. We talked about that earlier in the broadcast. As a defender, you got to turn your head around, try to make a play on the ball. West Memphis did not. It's going to be a Ace Hardware penalty flag, pass interference, and a Stockton Power Equipment first down for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
1st and 10 from the 15.
One of many times tonight that a penalty on the Blue Devils has led to a first down for the Yellow Jackets. We stay in the quad set to the bottom of the field, one-on-one at the top. A little less shade than they normally give to Zay. Practically one-on-one. We go to the bottom to Dylan Smith on a quick throw. Blue Devils are there to wrap him up. We stay in this set, and the Blue Devils don't give enough respect to Jaden Green at the top of the screen. Wonder if we try to go that direction. Looks like we are swapping sides.
Ashton Clark for West Memphis on a good open field tackle there. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
West Memphis not all the way lined up yet.
Jaden Green, spin move inside, trying to avoid the first tackle. But West Memphis had good pursuit on a swing pass to Jaden Green, 3rd and 11.
Credit to Jaden. He had to spin around, catch that pass in a lot of traffic, knowing he's about to get hit, was able to hold on to it. That's a tough play. The side-to-side throws, you've got to execute them, placing the ball in the right spot.
Third and 11. Offensive line has done a good job protecting so far. West Memphis showing pressure.
Got to pick it up. Going to have an opportunity.
And here they come. And we have another delay of game.
There it was.
Nope, sorry, false start.
Foul against the offense.
Backing us up.
3rd and 16.
Expect West Memphis to bring pressure again up the middle. That's been their motto on 3rd down. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Let the corners and safety handle receivers more or less one-on-one. A lot of green space behind these defensive backs. Furthest player off the ball is less than 5 yards.
Good snap this time.
There it
Good
is.
protection. He's got a man deep. Let's see if he can get him. Excellent catch by Dylan Smith, laying out at the 3-yard line.
When the defense walks up and is in press man, zero blitz, and when I say zero blitz, there's zero coverage, there's zero safety back with the blitz coming. It's one-on-one across the board. If you can win a matchup going vertical, just like the Yellowjackets did there, it leads to very big plays. Good throw and catch. We put just enough air under the ball for a diving Dylan Smith to come under it.
Dylan bailing out Easton there. The diving effort. Tremendous catch there by Dylan Smith. Quick to the line and shared another low snap. All day to throw. Waits for the play to develop over the middle, and just good coverage that time by West Memphis. Number 0, Darion Key. Little back and forth for the Sheridan offense. Positive plays and penalties backing them up. Positive plays and penalties backing them up. But here we are at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Sheridan looking to add to their lead. It's 43-20 with 6:14 to go in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. Eli Turner checked back into the game. Zay Stevens joining Easton and Eli in the backfield. Little eye candy motion for a sweeper on their edge, and Zay's going to get into the end zone for another Stockton Power Equipment. Oh, excuse me, a Teeter Motor touchdown. Good play call there. Zay motions right, comes back left on a jet sweep. Blockers out front. Zay doesn't need much of a hole to get in the end zone. He had a big one to run through that time. I think I could have ran through there, Dakota.
I think you could have. Sheridan scoring at least 4 touchdowns in a row. At least a 28-point run. There it is, like clockwork, offsides. It appears we're going to go ahead and kick it.
Just move a little bit closer. Line has moved closer. The placeholder is not. Kicker bails him out. And we're going to try again. This time it's a false start. So we've lined up. This will be the 3rd time for this extra point try. Offsides by West Memphis, false start by Sheridan. And we're going to try again here. Kicker has done a good job as far as Andrew Mitchell. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. And good. Sheridan hanging 50 with 6:09 left in this Edwards HVAC third quarter. We're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors.
Shelby Taylor Trucking serves all your timberland needs in South Central Arkansas. With over 50 years in the industry, Shelby Taylor Trucking has established themselves as trustworthy leaders in the industry. From planting to harvesting to hauling your timber, Shelby Taylor Trucking is ready to serve you. Follow them on all social media platforms at Shelby Taylor Trucking. Learn more by visiting their website at staylortrucking.com. That's staylortrucking.com.
And welcome back. 50-20, your Sheridan Yellowjackets in the lead. And here we go with a helicopter onside kick, and he just misses it. Didn't get enough of it.
That ball did not helicopter. It was more of a spinning top. Went forward and then backwards. And as the Yellowjackets look to go on defense here. I'm going to answer a text-in question.
A text-in
A text-in
question. Our
question.
first text-in question of the night.
Yes.
So West Memphis has been blitzing, and you live and die by the blitz. You either get to the quarterback and disrupt the play, or you may give up a big play. So explain what a blitz is to Dakota.
Yes, my lovely wife asked me to explain on air what a blitz is for those dear widows watching at home. And a blitz is when the defense brings more rushers than they have lined up on the line. And so if you have 3 rushers on the line and you end up bringing 4, like it looks like we just brought 5, that's a blitz. And that blitz is effective, resulting in a fumble.
Great job by the Sheridan defense.
And so when you blitz, it can create mismatches in the offensive line's planned protection where there's more people coming after the quarterback than there are people to block for them, which can result in forced fumbles like that. So great timing on the text-in.
Thank you for that text-in question. Now please do not blow up our phones with text-in questions. Great job there by Sheridan. Again, a 0-yard play or negative yard play by West Memphis on first down. That is huge for our defense. Defense has shown up tonight, stopping West Memphis on these early down plays, getting them behind the sticks, making it harder to convert first downs. We're going to have a quarterback change for West Memphis. Number 12, Micah Engel, checking in for Andrew Clay. West Memphis trying to see if they can get something going with the quarterback change. West Memphis was run heavy.
Can we get an officer or some officers into the stand, please?
Play action pass.
Into the stand, please.
Quick hitter.
Put
We've got
some
some
officers into the stand, please.
commotion in the stands
Students, you
over
need to
here.
disperse at this time. Students, you need to disperse at this time. Students, you need to be seated at this time. All students need to be seated immediately. All students need to be seated immediately.
Got some commotion in the stands on the West Memphis. We're on the home side, West Memphis side. A little commotion. A little scrummage off the field, perhaps. Third down and
I
short.
need everyone to be seated and walk
West
away from
Memphis
where the action is taking place. Everyone
trying
please
to
be
find
seated at this
anything
time.
on offense. Sheridan bringing pressure and met immediately by Jackson Delk. No gain on third down for West Memphis on a good play by Jackson Delk. Reed Stevens also in the mix, I believe. Great job there. We're going to bring out fourth down for West Memphis.
Jackson Delk living at the line of scrimmage and in the Blue Devils backfield makes another play. First time they've handed the ball off to number 35 since I believe the first quarter. Almost a trick play at this point. 4th and 5, and they are going for it.
Handoff is a trick play. Sheridan showing pressure, showing a blitz. They're going to back out of it, regroup. Everyone from Sheridan no more than 10 yards off the ball. Going to motion out. Hand off to 35, and he's got a hole. Big opening. Met hard there by number 18, Lawson Wallingford, I believe.
Yeah, Lawson Wallingford, first one there, and then finished off by Jaqueline Morris, who is always, without exception, running down the field after the football, after it breaks the line of scrimmage. The number of times we've seen him make a tackle down the field is a tribute to his effort.
Yeah.
And shows up game after game. So credit to him for continuing to pursue the football.
Sheridan keeping all of our defenders inside the box, inside the 10-yard marker. Going to take a deep shot here. One-on-one coverage down low. Blanket coverage. Good coverage there by Braden
Oh,
Lewis.
my goodness. A flag
they're gonna
coming
call a
in
flag. Oh, my goodness.
several seconds after the play is over.
That was great coverage. Receiver and the defender both using their hands, try to get separation, try to stay in coverage. It looks like they're going to call a penalty on Sheridan, and they do.
And I'm going to say this in the way that it appears. The flag was thrown after it was clear that it was an incomplete pass. The flag was not thrown
during the play.
when the play was going on, at the time of occurrence, at the moment where the ball was about to hit the receiver's hands. It was thrown after the play was over.
Quick screen pass to the outside, dropped. Number 7, Colby Parker, the intended receiver. West Memphis has gotten some momentum on offense with Micah Engel checked in at quarterback, number 12. 2nd and 10 for West Memphis, 3:40 to go in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. Sheridan's defense seems to be bending. We don't need a break here. Need to keep West Memphis out of the end zone.
So the last time the Blue Devils lined up in this formation, they checked out of it into a reverse.
Quick handoff on the backside. Reed Stevens holding on there. Initial contact. Minimal gain on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, time to show up. Most likely throwing the ball here. No substitutions, therefore Sheridan is not able to bring in its 3rd down package on defense, which has consisted of Zay Stevens and Dylan Smith.
Good point.
Strategically, probably not substituting here on 3rd down if you're the Blue Devils.
Right. Keep our athletes, some of our faster athletes off the field. Shotgun formation, play action pass, good pressure, and we get to him, but we can't wrap up.
Oh.
Micah Bingle breaks the tackle and a hard block downfield. That's going to come back.
Yeah, that's a flag. Blindside block.
I thought we had Micah Engel, West Memphis quarterback, for a loss. He shakes out of it, ends up going to the end zone, but we've got an illegal block on West Memphis that will bring this back. I think it will remain 3rd down.
Score remains 50-20 Sheridan.
That is an Ace Hardware. You can't do that penalty flag.
And is against the rules.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
The play results in a 1-yard loss after the Ace Hardware penalty. 3rd and 8 for West Memphis.
West Memphis 3rd and 8.
This is a long drive by West Memphis, eating up a lot of clock. 2:48 to go in the quarter.
Got one-on-one down at the bottom of the field. They've tried to seek out those matchups.
Looks like we have movement before the snap on the offense. False start. We're going to back them up another 5. West Memphis going the wrong direction here. To our liking. A lot of penalties in this third quarter.
Shout out to Ace Hardware for all the penalty flags that we're seeing. They did not purchase those flags, but you can go purchase things from Ace Hardware.
Well said. Well said. You can make your own penalty flag there. Oh, we get pressure, and it should be a pick, and it is. Second interception of the game. This time Lawson Wallingford with a pick due to the pressure of our defensive line getting to the quarterback, and another stand by our defense.
Lawson's pumped up coming off the field, and he should be. He's made a lot of plays in coverage tonight. He's been tested, able to come up with the interception, an easy interception at that, on this play to get the ball back to the offense, up 30 points with 2:38 left in the third quarter. I like what I'm seeing. And we've got some trickeration coming. We've got two offensive linemen.
We got Ethan Cowden out there. You think he's
at
going
the
out
top
for a pass?
to your right, and two offensive linemen to your left. West Memphis is saying, please don't do this to us. We're going to call a timeout.
And they do call a timeout. And with that timeout, we're going to take a commercial break.
So here at Manette Law, focus primarily on personal injury. When a client comes to me, my role is to try to eliminate some of those obstacles and some of those burdens that they're navigating so that they can focus primarily on getting better. Please call me. This is what I do, and I want to help you, and I want to hold those insurance companies accountable, or the person who caused your injury accountable, so that you're fairly compensated.
And we're back here, season opener. Got some good tunes going in the background. Got some good dance moves going on. I wish y'all could see this. We're on top of the roof.
You don't want to see this.
A lot to celebrate if you're a Sheridan Yellow Jacket. We stay in the strict formation here, excited to see what comes. And it is a double reverse, pass back.
So many touches.
And wide open downfield is Dylan Smith. There he goes it at the 50. Go the 40, 30. You're not going to catch him in the open field. And that is a quick hitting trick play. Double reverse pass. Teeter motor touchdown for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. No flags. on
We'll
the
be
field.
seeing you later. Dylan Smith, he's gone.
Dylan showing off the burners. Coach Kelly showing off the trickery. Sheridan adding to their lead, 56-20 with 2:05 in the third quarter, and that will start the mercy rule, and the clock will keep running. What a play.
I wish we could see that again.
It's in my mind.
Run it back for
It's
us.
running back. Hand off to Zay, pitch back to the receiver, pitch back to Easton. Long ball to Dylan. Takes it into the end zone. Extra point is good. Season opener for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets is getting out of hand.
The nicest teeter motor touchdown on the lot. You're not going to see one nicer than that.
Beautiful.
57 points for the Jackets.
Beautiful play. Onside kick ensuing. Mercy rule in effect. Clock is ticking down. Not sure they're going to get this off before the quarter ends. Edwards HVAC third quarter has come with the Thunder. Sheridan with at least 35 unanswered points.
I need my Excel sheets. It's getting out of hand.
Such a banker. Such a banker.
So onside kick here after the penalty. Looks like they're setting up at the 45. At the Blue Devils 45.
I believe the West Memphis defender tried to block the kick, ran into our holder, resulting in a penalty. They're going to add it to the kickoff here. We're going to have to get it off quick if we want to kick it this way. 13 seconds and counting. And here we go. A pooch kick. Fair catch called for, caught at the 15. And that will end the Edwards HVAC third quarter with your Sheridan Yellow Jackets putting up 57 points against West Memphis Blue Devils in their 20.
So here
Jeremy,
at
I see.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
And we're back. Sheridan's onside kick at the end, pooch kick at the end of third quarter was fair caught at the 15, and that's where West Memphis will take over. Sheridan's defense has been really, really exceptional tonight, giving up 2 offensive touchdowns. The other came on a interception by West Memphis, return for a touchdown.
Jeremy, I've got one word to describe this offense. And it's very similar to the basketball teams that were coached by Eric Musselman. Spurtability.
Spurtability. It's a good word, spurtability. West Memphis showing motion out of the original formation. Micah Ingles checked in at quarterback, and he's going to keep it. Design quarterback running, hitting the backfield. Quick pursuit by Reed Stevens in the backfield. Have a game, Reed Stevens.
I believe they call that a gator roll.
Gator roll. Is that how you make gator boots?
With gator.
Good job by Reed Stevens coming downhill, making a hit in the backfield on a design quarterback run. West Memphis has lost their mojo, not moving around as quickly as they were at the beginning of the game. Down 37 points, continuous clock here. Play action, deep shot, got a man if you can get to it. No,
there he
yes!
is.
Great
there
play.
he is, and there he goes.
Ross Stevens trying to take it to the house. Going to get down to the 3-yard line. We got a penalty on the return. They may be coming back. But Ross Stevens coming out of nowhere.
Reed Stevens on the play before, blowing the play up in the backfield. Ross Stevens on the next play. Looked like Tremaine Thomas back there tracking a ball down. You thought the receiver was wide open, and then out of nowhere, here comes the Stevens. Headed back the other direction, waiting to see what the penalty flag is. West Memphis jogging off the field. The Yellowjackets offense coming back onto the field to spot the flag.
Great play. That's how you play safety right there.
3 interceptions tonight for the Yellowjackets defense.
Had 1 in 3 games coming into this game. Now we have 3 tonight. Excellent, excellent play. Free safety Ross Stevens turned his hips, ran to a spot, and beat the receiver to the ball, coming up with a big play. We had a penalty on the return. Backing us up to the West Memphis, was it 24-yard line. Dax takes the snap, looking to throw the ball. Got 2 receivers headed that way. Zay Stevens with the block out front, then Eli Turner bulldozing down to the 10-yard line. That's what Eli Turner brings to this Sheridan offense.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling through the defenders for a Stockton Power Equipment first down. We've got a Blue Devil down on the field.
Got a player down. We're going to take a moment to hear from a word from our sponsors. West Memphis players still down, and good to see him back up. Trying to jog off the field. Did not see what happened, but good to see him back up, down quite a while. I'm gonna walk it over to the sidelines. But a good hard run there on the last play by Eli Turner. Had Zay Stevens out front blocking for Eli that time, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment first down. This 4th quarter out to a good start. Sponsored by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans. For a jet sweep. Well, they do a little pop pass underneath Eli. Eli's got room. Big hole on the left side, and Eli Turner in for a touchdown.
Eli walks into the end zone behind Gavin Jones and Ethan Cowden. Made it look easy. Some eye candy going on in the backfield. Zay running back and forth. Little do they know, Eli Turner gets into the end zone untouched. Another touchdown for the Yellowjackets, extending the lead 63-20 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
A teeter motor touchdown for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, putting up 63. This extra point would tie our score from last year of 60. No, we beat it. Last year we scored 62. Ahead of last year's score against West Memphis. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up.
If Eli Turner was a teeter motor, what kind of teeter motor would Eli Turner be?
Oh, I see what you did there. I think Eli's got to be a dually, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good wide base. Don't want to run into it.
Nope.
And definitely don't want to get hit by it.
Definitely has a cattle guard in the front.
Yeah. Probably got those KC lights on the top, too, just for style.
Tough.
Tough. Built tough. Offensive line has been outstanding tonight, giving our quarterbacks protection, opening up lanes for our running backs. Defense has showed up as well. Been a pretty good all-around game. Could limit our penalties is about the only negative I can think of, but so far so good. Mercy rule in effect. Clock is running. 7:13 to go in the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans fourth quarter. Lined up for a pooch kick, and that is what it is. Takes a bounce, fielded well by West Memphis. Got room to run up the middle across the 50 down to the 45 before he's met by a swarm of Yellowjackets.
Jeremy, you mentioned the mercy rule. Explain to everyone at home what that is, when it takes effect.
I believe it's after a 30-point lead, according to high school rules, maybe just in Arkansas. I don't know if it's nationwide, but after we get any team gets a 30-point lead, the clock will continuously run to speed the game up. And that is what happened at the end of the third quarter. Hand off the left side.
Jackson
Little
Delk
hole, but not
again.
much. But guess who's there? Say his name again.
Jackson.
Make it known.
Delk.
Jackson Delk.
In case there was any confusion.
Jackson Delk came on strong at the end of last season and has just carried that momentum on into this season, showing good leadership at that linebacker position, making many stops and many tackles for the Sheridan defense.
Bringing up a 2nd and 11. Again, negative yardage on the first play of the series.
Sheridan lines up late, but gets where we need to be. Showing pressure, and we bring it. Rolling right. Good pressure there. Forcing a tough throw and a hard hit again by Ross Stevens. Good reception by West Memphis' number 4, Elijah McGruder, as he was met with authority by Ross Stevens.
Ross Stevens trying to make him regret even thinking about catching that football.
And as a receiver, do you think about that, getting hit hard while you catch it? Will that be in his mind next time?
You think about it immediately afterwards, and if you caught it, you're like, ha ha ha. Wasn't hard enough hit.
Correction, first down.
They're going to say it was a first down. Trying to go back to the running game, but again, a swarm of Yellowjackets on the tackle.
Looks like they're going to mark it for a 1-yard gain. But yet, nonetheless, the next time there's a ball high over the middle, going to be thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
He's going to know in the back of his mind, Ross Stevens is coming for me.
I'm about to get hit. Where's 16? That was number 43 on the ball in that pile. Tony Robinson making the initial stop on the run. 2nd and 10, 4:24 to go in the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans fourth quarter. Snap to Micah Ingram.
Oh,
Pass,
that's a backwards pass.
Pass is incomplete.
So if you pass it backwards, it's the same as a live ball. Could be considered a fumble. And that's what we had there, but it rolled out of bounds. But it will be marked where the ball went out of bounds, so a large loss on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd and 17 for West Memphis. 3:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets up 64-20 in the season opener against the West Memphis Blue Devils.
Yeah, the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans fourth quarter is ticking away quickly. Yellowjackets with a commanding lead.
Drop the
That
edge
is
again.
a
That's
high
a Hail Mary.
ball.
We got a flag down. I don't know if this will stand. Got to wait for the call.
If it stands, that would be the Yellow Jackets' 4th interception of the night. 2nd for Marquise Thorne.
Flag on the play.
Offensive pass interference, and that will be Thorne's 2nd interception and 4th turnover for the Sheridan defense. Great performance by the Sheridan defense tonight. It starts with pressure up front, making the quarterback throw before he wants to, and the secondary being in the right spot, finishing the play with the interception.
The secondary allows the defensive line and the linebackers time to get to the quarterback, and the defensive line and the linebackers getting to the cornerback allows the secondary to take advantage of opportunities just like that. The two go together.
West Memphis had too many men on the field. They're going to take a timeout before the penalty flag. That will stop the clock with 2:26 to go in the 4th quarter, and we'll take one more commercial break.
So I was born and raised in Sheridan. I graduated a Yellow Jacket and went to law school at the University of Arkansas up at Fayetteville. In the legal field, you're helping your neighbors. You're serving those that are around you, and I wanted to feel good and like that I was making a difference and doing it for people that just were kind and good people. And so that's what I found here in Sheridan. So it makes my job easy and enjoyable.
If you have any type of need, don't stall. Call Manat Law.
Another one.
64-20, your Sheridan Yellow Jackets on top. Clock has started running again in this Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter. 2:19 to go. High snap handled, but upended in the backfield.
Athletic play from Easton to jump up, catch the ball above his head, get the ball handed off in time. Although it's negative yardage, could have been a lot worse.
Logan Brand there got upended. Sheridan still on the ball, wanting to run some plays before this game ends. Easton takes a snap. Drag play underneath, completed. Drag route to Braden Gostinski. It's Brandon's first catch of the game. We had a plethora of Yellow Jacket receivers catch the ball tonight. We spread it around well. No one receiver catching all the passes. Many have had big plays as well with the 64-point game, but spreading the ball around well. People catching the ball, securing it. Good job by our offense.
Nice little sidearm throw from Easton there.
Rolling right. Over the middle and caught. Good ball into traffic and good sure-handed catch by number 29, Logan Brand, who just got flipped.
Logan Brand is an Eli Turner lookalike.
Yeah, he is. One number off, too.
One number off. Way
29.
to contort his body, adjusting to the ball in the air to secure the catch in traffic in the middle of the field. Guy's a running back that looks like a seasoned receiver.
Stockton Power Equipment first down for Sheridan. Quick handoff to number 27. Minimal gain on that play. That was Evander Gustin getting a touch tonight.
Less time on the game clock than there is on the play clock. Wonder if that will have been the last play of the football game or if we're going to get one more.
One more in. Easton looking left. Quick hitter. Complete. Number 17. McMurray Meyer getting his first catch of the game, and that will end the game. Your Sheridan Yellow Jackets 64, West Memphis 20, and a great season opener on the road for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets.
44-point win for the Yellow Jackets to open conference play, setting the tone out of the gate. starting 1-0. Jeremy, I'm looking through our wins under Coach Kelly,
I think that's all.
and I can confidently say that this is the largest margin of victory under Coach Kelly's leadership that the Yellowjackets have had in the full first year and so far in the second year. So love to see that in a game that was back and forth. Got off to a slow start in the first quarter. The two teams traded punches back to back in the second, and then the Yellowjackets, when it got to the third quarter, just stepped on the gas and never looked back.
Started with a hard return by J.P. Black right out of halftime, and then a trick play, double reverse, pass for a touchdown to Dylan Smith, and it was over after that. Sheridan put the pedal down, a lot of touchdowns scored. Defense was outstanding as well, giving up 2 offensive touchdowns tonight on an athletic West Memphis team.
No points in the second half.
No points in the second half. Shut them out in the second half. Good overall effort. Any other key takeaways, Dakota?
This is a great way to start conference play. You're coming in off of back-to-back losses, a bye week. You got Eli Turner back, have some other injuries, but you're getting some guys healthy. To come out and have a game where you trade punches and then you're able to separate, and when you separate, you only get further separated. You do not return to it being a competitive game, able to extend the lead